No one can prepare you for what happens when chronomancy disturbs your life. You can learn to cope, but things never really feel right. I thought I had a handle on things since our last brush with the Infinite Sight, but this is a new level. Another me? Or me as I should be? Could be? It's like looking in a mirror, but the reflection looking back is wrong. The eyes slightly less bright, the face more somber, the soul diminished. I become detached from my surroundings. Everything around me, objects, people, voices, they all seem unreal. I am hyper-aware that my mind is in an altered state. It must be something with that gas Victor and I inhaled. Am I going to die? Am I disconnecting from reality? Am I even real? Or is he the real one? It's as if I'm watching myself as an outsider. What is this fog, this nightmare? Everything is so loud, my ears are ringing, no, screaming in pain. Time is broken. Things feel like they are happening so fast, but hells, this moment is lasting so long. My mind is tearing. This can't be real. Wake up. Memories flood my mind. It's all so fleeting, a study that I've never seen, but I've been there 1,000 times. The smell of old books, oddly comforting. A mechanical owl. Wake up, my father, but laden with worry. Wake up, my friends, hewn on the floor, choking in pools of their own blood. Wake up! I shake out of it just in time to see Thulian and the other me heading deeper into the mine. 2 mages stay behind. I look to my right and see Seredan and Eve readying their weapons. Instincts kick in, overriding fear, shaking hands steady as I knock an arrow. The mages move in slowly. They think they are predators surrounding their prey, but they don't realize their death is imminent. It was woven into their fate the moment they joined the Infinite Sight. Before anyone gets off an attack, the mages raise skeletal creatures from the ground. Good. This fight almost seems fair now. Attacks fly in from all directions. The familiar chaos I've grown to love. One of the mages takes off in a flight above us. The other grows to double his size. I see Dallin chuffing in some sort of stupor. Eve climbs off him to continue fighting when he sprints off in a random direction. The mages have echoes or mirrors of themselves around them, making them a tough target to hit. The skeletal figures are a close-range threat, but Bolt and Victor seem to have a handle on them. Ixburn provides an excellent distraction, allowing my arrows to strike the flying mage. But before I can react, a ball of fire explodes, sending me flying backwards. When the heat dissipates and the smoke clears, I see the small broken body of Ixburn, another unnecessary casualty of the Infinite Sight. I rush in and scoop him up. I can't help him now, but if we live through this, there may be something I can do for him. I place him reverently in a pouch. Not now. Focus on the task at hand. Your feelings can come later. The mage, realizing his friends are defeated, retreats cowardly into the mines. Victor, with magically enhanced speed, hunts him down and slits his throat before he can alert others. We press on cautiously. Last time we walked right into a trap, but we've learned we won't make those mistakes again. A familiar golden bird flutters near us in the hallway. It chirps enthusiastically to Eve. It's odd to see the two converse. After a moment, Eve informs us that she has to leave. The trio needs her for another task. Torn by her duty to Faith and her duty to her friends, she hesitates, but ultimately follows Goldie to answer the trio's call. The rest of us press on, weapons drawn, eyes peeled. We approach a sealed door. It has some script etched into it. Time is a gift. Spend it wisely. While I contemplate the meaning, Bolt reads the words and places their hand on the door. In an instant, they dissolve away into grains of sand. What seems like a split second later, Bolt is standing in the same spot. They seem different. Same old Bolt, but maybe a few more spots of rust. Bolt grabs us all in a massive hug. They express excitement in seeing us again after all this time. Sere, Victor, and myself stare in confusion. Bolt was only gone a moment. They inform us that they were trapped in a room for 100 years. The door opens. We feel an earthquake of sorts and steady our feet. We are ready for whatever else the Infinite Sight throws at us. We will miss Eve's leadership, but we must press on. We are close to giving Aneria a great gift. the dispatchment of the infinite sight.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to session 35 of Tales of Aneria. Woo! I remembered this time. For those of you who didn't remember from last episode, Torrey's not here with us. She's no longer with us. I can say that. Yeah, no longer with us. So everybody instead just gets an epic die to start the night. Yep, sorry. It's in the cheese.
Consolation prize.
I don't know if this is going to make up for bless, heals, smiting.
1d6. Well, who knows? Maybe you'll get other benefits inside the colossus that you guys find yourself in. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it.
We get right through the portal.
Yep, right into the doors. You guys end up. You find yourselves in a small circular room with the gentle sound of falling sand, interrupted only by the shaking and rumbling you feel underneath your feet every 15 to 30 seconds. There's no swaying motion, so you don't have to worry about doing that the entire time. You're feeling a little seasick.
Roll a dexterity check.
Every now and then you just feel like this rumbling that kind of just emanates in your core. In the center of the room is the source of the sand, of the sound, where a constant stream falls from a height so great you cannot see the top of it. This sand collects in the base of a large glass dome, like the bottom of a great hourglass that never fills and spills over. To one side of the room is the beginning of a spiraling staircase, the steps broken by inches of open air to be made to look especially precarious. A stack of what appears to be sifting pans sits off in one corner, and small slots have been spaced along the walls leading up and around. Looking at the steps, each one...
Hold on, like doorway slots?
No, like little tiny, like blank slots in the walls.
Okay.
Yep. Almost like arrow holes or something similar.
Huh.
Smaller than arrow slits usually are. Looking at each of the steps, you can see that they are each marked with a number, starting with the first, which is listed as 100,000.
Bolt, is this the room that you disappeared into? Is this something different?
This one's got less sand in it.
It's true.
It's fairly sandy.
Yeah. Where I was all made out of sand.
I don't know. Every time I think of giant hourglass, now I'm thinking, like, where's Jasmine?
Yeah.
100 years. Did you not get bored? We don't have time to discuss, but I'm very curious.
We can talk about it all afterwards. It looks like, so each one of the steps leading up to the hourglass thing, you said?
No, so there is, you've got the hourglass in the middle, and then you've got a little open stairway leading up and around it, up this kind of spiraling where that sand is falling down.
What do you suppose this 100,000 number on this first step is? And what's the number on the second?
Is there a number on the second?
The number on the second is one up, or like one down, like a countdown.
Increment.
Yep, an increment.
So like 99,999?
Yep.
Oh, I hope this doesn't mean that there are 100,000 steps to get to wherever we're going.
I mean, it kind of seems like it since we can't see the top, right?
Are there any other exits from the room?
No, there are not. There's just the door that you came into, which
there
you
was
look back to, and it
sifters?
is sealed and gone.
Whoa. Strange. There are sifters like panning for gold style.
Yep.
Now we have no indication that we're inside a giant colossus.
No,
that's
not
moving.
this time.
Do you feel that vibrating, that booming, thudding sound? What in the world is going on?
Chronology, clearly.
Oh, I thought this was someone's heartbeat.
Well, Vicky, would you like to check for traps, or shall I just head up the stairs?
You should run. That's
Wait,
the best way
what
to
about
check for
these
traps.
slots? These holes?
I want to grab one of the sifters
Okay.
and inspect it.
Okay.
Super magic or anything.
It's
Just seems...
non-magical. Seems like a normal sifting pan. Did you guys want to take a short rest, by the way?
Yeah.
First?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Because they
While we're
only 10
sitting
minutes
discussing, like,
because of your boon.
yeah, what's going
Discussing
on.
our plans.
So after about 10 minutes, you guys have been taking a short rest, and after about around that time, you watch as all of the small little holes leading up the staircase, suddenly a spear juts out from them, maybe about 3 feet into the stairwell, and then retracts.
After 10 minutes?
Yes, after about 10 minutes of standing there.
Ooh, it's like a timed. We're only gonna get 100 stairs up and then get hit. Maybe more than 100,000 stairs up and get hit.
I don't know that I could climb 100,000 stairs in 10 minutes.
I could.
No.
Liar.
Broom.
Would you like to place a bet? Click my boots of speed. We're gonna cast Long Strider and burn all my points.
How many feet is each step?
Average is like 8 inches, right?
I would probably say that like it's
1 foot per step?
typically
That's usually how you climb them.
yeah, typically like a stair is
26 inches.
I go 2 feet at a time like a weirdo.
I'm pretty sure it's 26 or 32 inches.
per step.
I want to say it's
Video
26
game
inches
stuff.
is how big the track
You don't
usually
crouch
is.
though. You just
Yeah, you can probably scale up 5 steps in 5 feet. We'll just do that for sake of ease.
Oh.
So 100,000 feet of move speed in 10 minutes, actually? Yeah, you might be able to pull it off, especially with buffs.
22.5
before
or as
we
wide
just-
as 36.
Before we just go up the stairs, I think we should take those sifters and see if there's something in the sand.
Right.
Magic item,
Good
coin,
idea.
key,
Gold.
something. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and start
Sifting.
sifting through
Okay.
the sand.
So you walk up, and from where you're standing, the dome is covering the sand, so you cannot get into it. If you go up the steps, you can start sifting from there because it's a
As
big.
it's falling.
Yeah, as it's falling, you can start grabbing and sifting through.
How high up are the spears off the wall?
They are. There's probably one. These slats are probably like every 2 feet or so, at regular intervals. So there's multiple spears per step.
Oh, okay. So it's not like one.
It's
you
not
can,
like
stand
one.
and.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
it's like multiple spaced out. Yeah,
Are they like in a grid pattern too?
yeah, it's sort of like a spiraling grid pattern. Yeah, so you can't just like stand off to one side.
You want me to try to fly? Straight up?
Sure. Should we try
Why don't
to
you
sift?
take the sifter and hold it underneath the sand funnel and see if anything lands in it besides sand.
Like, is it how, kind of,
Get on your broom.
I have to. Okay, so I'll get on my broom. I'll kick off. I'll take one of them.
You jump up in the air about a foot and then drop down.
He's broken.
Does it go?
It just gives the Windows error sound.
Oh, not the pod racer.
All right, well,
Little paperclip pops up.
Sorry, we'll just grab one of the
I see
sifters
your
and
dungeon.
run up the stairs to try and get to the where the sand's
wait.
coming out.
Sorry, before you go, let's wait until the next things come out. Then I will try to keep track of the interval and give you some warning before the
Sweet.
next ones.
Okay. So you guys wait another 10 minutes, and again, the spears come out at the exact 10-minute mark. Go! Previous.
And I'll just sit there and just.
You run up. Do you only go up a few steps? How high are you? How
I
far
try
are you
and get up to where I could reach the sand
Okay.
with the
Would
sifter.
that probably be? You're not out of sight of everybody. You're probably about right here.
Okay.
You run up and you start like putting the pan in and start sifting, and you kind of look to your left a little bit, and you notice that the step in front of you says 99,999,
Wait a minute.
and then you look down at your step,
Uh-huh.
and your step says 100,000.
This seems to be broken. The step in front of me still says 999,000.
Are you sure you're not counting?
Oh, 99,999. No, come see for yourself.
How many nines?
5 nines.
What about the bottom steps? Are still safe?
It still says 100,000.
The one that I'm on says
100,000.
100,000, and all of the ones below me say 100,000.
Try dumping some sand on it.
Can I get any in the sifter, or does it all fall through?
Yeah, it falls through the sifter, so you'll have to like catch some in your hand.
Sure, I'll just...
Okay. Do you pull the
Scatter
sifter
them.
out?
Yeah.
There is something in there.
Oh, what?
There is a
Oh.
copper coin.
Also, I found a copper coin.
And you take the coin, and on one side there, it's just kind of blank. That kind of like somebody didn't stamp it with anything. In fact, it almost has a mirror finish. Then on the other side, it has a 1 stamped into it.
I found a coin that has a 1. Has it changed anything on the stairs?
Nope.
I put it on the stairs.
It doesn't change anything.
See if you can get some more. See if the numbers
Yeah.
change.
All right, let's see what happens.
Okay. So you can start sifting again.
I'm still watching to try to
Yes,
give Sarah some.
We'll say that you spend about 2 minutes. So roll me a d10.
7.
So you catch another coin in a few moments, and you pull it out, and it is a platinum piece. And you look, and one side is like mirror finish, and the other side says 7.
What does the number say?
This time it says 7, and it's platinum. I'll keep sifting while I kind of try and figure out what's going on.
Okay.
What does the number on the stairs say?
This is.
Yeah, the number changed.
Nope, number has not changed.
Same.
Try to change.
I'm not getting rid of all my gold and platinum I just got for this.
Step to
I
the
refuse. And I
Next,
tap
step
my
to the
piggy
next
bank.
stair.
Yeah, what happens if you step to the next stair with
Stair,
that?
does the numbers change?
You step up to the next step. It still says 100,000.
No change.
Besides, the new one says 100,000.
Right.
So it went from 99,000.
Same change.
Yeah, exactly. So you can grab. We'll say that you grab 3 silver pieces out of
Okay.
it, and their numbers say 2, 5, and 2. And then you grab 2 gold pieces, and theirs say 9 and 10.
1, 7, 2, 5, 2, 9, and 10.
I'm sure you're gonna remember everything about that.
All right.
Sarah's good with numbers.
But not names or faces.
But it is getting close to
Yeah.
that 10.
She'll come back
Come
down
on
the
down.
stairs.
And you make it down to the bottom. You guys wait for a minute, and then the spears shoot out and then come back into the.
Is there anywhere to put the
slots.
coins? Will they fit in the spear slots? Like
Yeah, they look about the size for a spear slot.
Hand me that copper.
I'll give it
Pay to not die.
Yep, I'll put one in.
Okay, so you put the copper coin in. There's a little ka-chunk sound, and all of the steps go and move down, and the 100,000 one moves beneath the ground, and now the 900 or the 99,999 is the first step.
Excellent. Oh, Sarah will just take the rest and be like, ching, 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 and put them all in.
Okay. Do you have a specific order that you put them all in?
Let's see. So
Go
there
from,
was
go
a...
from least to biggest.
Copper, silver, gold.
No, I think I want to go from biggest, because we put in 1 and it moved down 1.
Yeah. Try the 10.
Sorry, you want
So
10 for gold?
there was
Gold with 10?
10, 9. So yeah, so I'll put,
There was a platinum as well.
right. So
Try
I'll
one of
put
the
in-
golds.
I'll put in, well,
Because
yeah.
I want to see if it freaks out about not going from copper, silver, gold, platinum, copper, silver,
So try
I'll put in the gold 9.
gold 9. Okay. There's a ka-chunk sound, and the stairs start moving, and 900 steps disappear.
Ah.
I think we've got this. So I'll put in the 10 gold.
Okay, there goes.
Another
Would you write
1,000.
these down? So that's
we're
a
at
1,000.
1901.
1901. Yep.
And then I'll put in the platinum 7,
Okay, 7,000 steps disappear.
Okay.
the
8901.
the silver, the 5, then the 2 2s.
The silver 5 and 2 2s.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's 90
90.
total.
Okay.
Yep.
8991.
Okay,
Okay, we're gonna need some more
Well,
coins.
8991. That's how many steps you're on.
Yep.
Okay.
we made some progress, but that was only a little less than 10%. Let's see if I can get some more, and I'll
Still
go back
better
up
than
and
walking
try and
it.
sift.
Okay, is it just? Are you? the
I'll
only
grab
one
a
who gets
sister
to-
and I'll
okay.
go up as
I'll
well.
grab one as well.
Everybody, okay. So Bolt, are you going up too, or are you just keeping track of time?
I'm just keep track of time and start calling it out when it's getting close.
Okay. So I'll have each of you, for the 10 minutes, roll me a D100, and then we will assign numbers to see how much you get of each denomination. Roll me a D100 as well, Scott, just to make it easy 4x4.
70.
Okay, just keep that in mind for just a moment.
66.
And we will do... Dallin, what was your number?
17.
You find 17 copper coins. And... let's see here. I need a bigger random number generator for this, because that's 17 different numbers I need to give you. Can you read me the numbers that you received from sifting?
For me only.
For everybody.
For everyone?
Yep.
So we got 17 copper coins, which equal 83
Points.
Yep.
Or
stairs. 70 silver coins, that was 3,780. 64 gold coins for 33,800. 66 platinum coins, 375,000.
Okay. So what would you guys like to put in there? And these are, like, you guys come back down with kind of these handfuls of coins, and when you hit the bottom, bolts timed it pretty much perfectly, and the spears come out again, and then retract.
I think we ought to do the platinum first.
Yes.
Since that seems to have the biggest reward.
Yep.
So how many platinum are you going to put in there?
You're making me do math, huh?
Yep, I'm going to make you do math.
Make sure your pigs don't eat these or something. Something bad might happen.
They are sniffing them a little bit, for sure. Those of you that have them out, I mean, you can have them in extra dimensional space.
Mine spent 100 years with me.
Your only companion.
Yeah. I'm going to do the calculator because my brain doesn't want a brain today.
Understandable.
So.
I'm going to take one of Dallin's copper coins and stick it in my piggy bank.
Okay.
And see what happens.
He'll just munch on it as normal.
Oh, so I'm like, okay, give it back. Give it back.
He spits it back out. Yeah. It is literally a copper coin.
So let's put in platinum's 1,000, right? So let's put in 91 of those, and that'll get us down to 9.
9,000.
9. Nope, 9. The number 9.
Oh.
So then just put in
And now put 9 copper coins.
Yep. Just grab 9 of the 1 copper pieces and then just put them in there.
Yep.
Okay. So you start.
That's
like,
going
just
to take a while. Like,
rapid, like putting in coins, and the staircase just starts like spiraling down quicker and quicker and quicker until it reaches, and you see the 1 pass by, and then the 0 chunk into place, and then the 0 disappears, and it's just steps.
All right.
Shall we go?
let's wait. Make sure there are no spears.
Wait 10 minutes?
Yep.
Probably
After
took us 10 minutes to put all the coins in.
yeah, after 10 minutes, the spears do pierce through and then come back in.
Victor's familiarizing himself.
Sorry, just starts running.
He's,
Okay.
he's
Go!
named each of the spears. One's Brittany,
Uh-huh.
and I don't know the rest yet.
Yeah. He's named each of the spears, but I
Behir,
won't
bring
have
me
one.
No.
Give it over.
I feed it to my pig that I don't have.
Perfect. So you guys head up the stairs and come around that first corner and reach the landing. Yeah. The rest of the coins are yours. They are worth their specific weight.
We should have
And
started
denomination.
with the copper. Would have got us to the same place eventually, I suppose.
Then we don't have to find a money changer. Just feed your pigs.
All right. We can do a math on the money.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll work on it while Cory describes the next room.
Wow.
Okay. That's right. That's my job, isn't it?
I can describe it if you want to. It's dark.
A
What
long...
does it smell like?
It is dark, actually. There are no torches on in this area, so those of you with dark vision are able to see. Those of you who do not are unable to see.
Oh,
unless
yeah,
you light
I'm
something.
Blind as shit right now,
Yeah.
so.
Unless you light your fist.
Yeah, I'll use the bonus and
Because it is just a radiant weapon, right?
yes, it
Yeah.
turns it. It says it just sheds bright light, 30-foot radius, and dim light for another 30 feet.
Okay. So a long corridor stretches about 50 to 55 feet ahead of you, looking old and dusty, but otherwise ordinary. You can see it turns sharply to the right, or orientation to the south, if you're going orientation. So you guys are facing east at this point.
I have a hard time believing that Thulian Kroll was here putting money in the walls and then going down this really weird hallway.
I'm sure he had a quicker way to get to wherever he went.
Time magic.
He's really getting on my nerves.
Vicky, do you want to lead the way?
Perhaps he's the one that set all this up.
Maybe it was Ezra.
Why would you do this?
I don't like that line of reasoning. Let's move on. I don't want to think about it. He's just some evil person.
We have to face yourself sometime. I know it's hard to look at our inner demons when they're on the outside.
Well, it's hard for you.
It's a long corridor.
Can't look in the mirror.
That's a
Let
good
him
one. A good one. Like 10 points to Gryffindor.
What are you doing? What are you doing with those coins, by the way? What are you?
Or Ravenclaw.
Like, are you putting them in a bag for now, or feeding them to the pig, or what?
I'm just gonna put them in a pouch for now.
Okay.
Just like I guess just a spare pouch or something.
Yeah. And then you can put that pouch in your bag of holding, right? Like,
I'm gonna just hang it on
Put
my
it in a
belt,
box.
just in case.
Put it in
All this stuff might
bigger
be.
box. And then
Mail it.
Mail
Mail
it
it to myself.
To myself. And when the box arrives, I'm going to smash it.
I'm gonna wait until I can identify on them and see if make sure they're not like cursed.
sounds good. The coins are cursed.
Everything's cursed.
Yeah.
All right.
Nobody can die, and now you're going to be skeletons because you took coins from this place.
Let's head
It's
down
kinda
the hall.
cool. I mean,
Vicky, would you mind
Sure.
scouting ahead?
I'll look for traps.
Okay.
would I just be an exoskeleton at that point?
Yes.
I see no
Could
traps.
look pretty much the same.
Exactly.
What was your
It was
investigation?
a 2 with my investigation of +1.
Yeah, you do not sense any traps.
Okay.
Looks safe.
Sorry, we'll
Looks. Sit.
lead the way.
Hold on. No, Sari, get in the back. I'm gonna look ahead and see.
Oh no, I don't trust your 100-year-old eyes. Maybe I should do it.
But just let me do this. I haven't had a lot to do for a long time.
One of his eyes falls out. Oh, and by the way, just as a point of fact for the viewers at home, I did look it up, and Warforged do not have a maximum age, nor do they really age. So there's no detrimental benefit other than Bolt might be a little crazier than normal. Yeah, because he spent
Psychosis.
100 years alone. I'm glad you didn't say something like 1,000.
Damage.
I thought about it. Yeah, like I was this close. I will use investigation. If
Okay.
that's okay.
Yeah.
And with that, it's a 24.
You do not see any traps either.
Okay. It does look clear, and I'm going to go ahead and walk forward.
Okay. Who is following immediately behind?
I'll have my shield out and everything, just in case.
Okay.
You can never be
I'll
too
go
safe in these things.
Okay, Seredan's next.
I'll take the rear.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I'll take the rear.
I read the manual on how to delve dungeons. All right.
Are you a dungeon deviler?
Yes.
Yes.
That was who
Deviler.
wrote the book. Is the
Cool.
Dungeon Devilers.
Sure wish I could read.
Sounds like a sports team. I think that's all they do.
You turn around the corner on the right, and it continues on for about 20 feet before coming to a plain-looking stone door with a single mechanical lever on one wall.
Pull lever.
Should we?
Yeah, I'm going to go up to it and just take a look at it real quick before touching it or anything.
Roll me another investigation.
I'd like to check the rest of the room for
19.
pressure plates.
Sorry,
If I know
21.
anything about
That's an 8.
dungeon delving,
It doesn't seem like
that will
it.
open the door.
21.
21. Looks like a normal lever.
Okay. Pull the lever.
Okay, the door slides open.
Call
What's-
this.
Doors.
I have my fist is lit up so I can...
Okay, so you kind of lean into the room a little bit, or are you just stepping inside?
I'm just going to see if I can see 30 feet into it.
There's about 30 feet of room. You see a couple pillars in there. You can't really get a good look at everything in it. Like, yeah, they're like the pillars. There's one pillar that is kind of blocking your view directly of the bulk of the room, but you do see something like in the shadows, not moving, just kind of like something out of the ordinary. This is a room.
What does it smell like?
It smells old, Victor, like very, very dusty, almost like this tomb hasn't been disturbed for 1,000 years or more,
Just stale air.
even though the infinite sight was probably here recently.
Do you want me to stealth ahead and see what it is?
I'm the toughest of us, so let me go ahead and...
But
If
you're
there's
the
any kind
loudest.
of... What?
But you're
I
the
take
loudest, aren't you?
umbrage with that. I'm
Clink,
pretty
clink,
tough.
It's
It's
okay.
yourself.
I'm going to walk in the room.
A vast hall stretches out before you, 6 stone pillars rising up at regular intervals throughout the room. While most of the tiles are patterned, several appear to be inlaid with images of monstrous creatures. The walls towards the south end of the room are slanted inward, leading to another set of closed double doors. Along the north wall of the room where you guys are at, they're just kind of like slanted, is a dais upon which sits a large clock that periodically makes a ticking noise. An ivory shafted scythe is stuck into the top of the clock, keeping the second hand from doing anything more than smacking against it ineffectually. What makes this room appear truly remarkable are the two figures standing as still as statues in the center of the room.
Let me guess. One only tells lies, and the other.
One only tells time, and the other one tells the truth.
One tells puns, and the other one tells time.
One is a water Genasi, her mouth open in a shout. One hand is thrust forward while her legs are springing her backwards, causing her to float in midair. Her opponent is a massive snake-like creature with blue scales and a dozen clawed legs and two curling horns. Its lizard-like mouth is open in an attempt to eat the woman,
Wait
and
a
both
second.
are frozen.
We have that potion of unpetrification or whatever.
Yes,
that
we do.
We should use it on this lady.
this looks
Not
like
this
I
snake.
have two of them.
It
It looks like a Behir.
That is correct. Roll me an intelligence check to see if Bolt actually would know what a Behir is. Mr. I spent 100 years alone
6.
researching monsters. You know what a Behir is, you don't know anything specific besides that, though.
So now
Anyone
they're
any
petrified?
any relation to you?
What do you think? Because I'm a Genasi, I know all the Genasis.
Yes.
Okay, it's probably true.
Go ahead and roll me
There's
an
not that
investigation
many.
check.
I'm pretty popular, you know.
I've heard you get around with.
Would
the
you like to
Genasi
roll an
women.
investigation check on the woman?
Yeah, I'd
Okay.
like to roll an investigation check. So does she look like she's stone?
No, it doesn't look like she's
Also,
stone.
and I'll-
She's
I can
super
give-
baked. Her eyes are really red.
She's just frozen in
I'm,
midair.
Yep.
I'm gonna send Shadow Song for a quick loop.
Okay.
Just to see if there's anything nearby her or them to
Okay.
that might be like
Sure.
other than the dais with
Yeah.
the scythe.
You're not going to send it over to the dais?
Now,
Or are you going to
I thought
investigate?
they're at the dais. I'm sorry.
No, sorry. So the dais is on the north wall, and they are in the center of the room.
Okay, so around them, I guess we'll investigate that first.
There doesn't appear to be anything else in the immediate area.
Okay.
I will say that. Sorry, would you roll an investigation?
That was 8 plus 1, so 9.
9. You do notice that the woman does have a signet on her hand, which is something that Victor would check often.
Okay.
And it does appear to be the symbol of the opal ring.
Okay.
Or ring.
while he's looking, I want to go look at the clock. And you said there was something
Yeah.
there was the scythe in it, and
Yep.
was it like going like this, or was it just like stuck?
The second hand was like stuck and twitching, and every now and then it'll like smack against it.
Now, I want to try to see if I can see any movement of like the woman, if like the second hand like twitches and just I don't know how well I can see it, but
I guess roll me an investigation check for that.
not great. 12.
There's not really anything that you can see as far as like her twitching or anything like that. So.
I have a feeling that these two are frozen in time. That's what the clock.
We should kill
And if we
the, snake,
released,
then.
if we found a way to release this, I have a feeling that whatever fight was happening here might immediately continue.
If we're going to do something,
Can-
I'd like to set something up for Mr. Wizard Boy.
How big are the statues?
The
People,
woman
statues.
is a medium-sized person.
Yeah.
Water Genasi.
And like this.
And then
They're not
the Behir
statues, though, they're
is
just
people. Right.
Yeah.
huge. So
Yeah, they are.
So I couldn't like walk over and push it over and let it shatter on the ground. Or too big for that.
do you try that?
Yeah, I'll go
Okay.
and try.
So you try and like give it a shove, and as soon as like you start to try and shove it, you all watch as Ezra freezes in place.
Oh, nuts! That's my last word. Nuts.
Osh!
Did I hear someone say for science?
Where's that?
So it looks
Again,
like we can't
so-
touch it.
He doesn't look like he's stoned.
Right.
He looks like
Frozen
like
time.
you can go and like touch his cheek, or
No.
if you want
Yeah,
to.
no, I don't want to.
But he does. It does look like
me.
flesh. You can still see that like his hair. But his hair is even frozen, but it's like mid blowing in the wind. It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's like a statue.
Shoot.
I can go set up and Hulk punch him as he comes down and make him go over the top.
I say we try to get this scythe out of the clock. See what happens.
Why don't you work on that? I will get set up right in front of this Behir and see if I can stop it.
Sweet.
Victor,
Uh-huh.
are you looking at the scythe at all?
Yeah.
Okay, you recognize this scythe.
Is this one of the Paragon?
This is Cole. K-U or K-H-U-U-L. Thank you. Thank you for
Can I hear anything?
Alan, a true method actor.
It's the easiest roleplay I've done.
Well, say no, Ezra. You can't hear
Okay,
anything
okay.
at all. It is the blade of the first prime or the Paragon of the Opal wing.
It's
And
an actual, like, I mean, how big is this thing?
It's like a full scythe.
Staff with a big blade.
Yeah.
How big is the clock?
The clock it's pretty massive. It's probably about.
I was thinking like a little.
Yeah, no, it's
alarm
not like a
clock.
little like alarm clock. It's a pretty.
So
It's got a
like
little-
that's
it's got a-
teeny-
it's got
It's
like
like,
a
it's like
little
the
ninja
Doomsday Clock in Watchmen kind of size.
I would like to look at the person again to see if I recognize, like knowing the scythe,
Mhm.
seeing if the person would match the person I would think the scythe was with last.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is her name is Dratita or Dritia, D-R-I-T-I-N.
Dratini.
I see the look on Victor's face as
The
this is all
nurturing.
dawning on him, and I'm like, I was right to ask if you knew her, didn't I? Wasn't
I
I?
do know her. You are very astute. This is Dritia. This is one of the 8 rings. I don't know if they would be doing this deep, but
She was the first prime of the Opal.
it's the first prime of the Opal Wing, and this weapon is somewhat of a legendary status, if you will.
So saving her might get your blindfold removed?
Regardless, she needs help.
I'd like try and grab the scythe and see if I can pull it loose.
Go ahead and give me a strength check.
Victor will.
Oh, sure. You
oddly,
don't freeze.
Like sacrilege.
Uh-huh.
14.
14. Yeah, like it starts coming loose.
Right.
So
As soon as Sarah sort of, I'm going to get in place and get ready to
Listen,
stop
she
the
comes,
barrier.
she sees you holding her weapon. You need to apologize to me. She could take your hand right off his shoulders.
and then the scythe breaks loose. Ezra unfreezes.
Now,
Ah!
and at this
I hug
point,
the snake.
Yeah.
Victor's almost more. Almost,
It's huge.
Too late.
They're like
I already
20
went
feet
and then
long.
panicked because now I just unfrozen
So
them
we're like-
right by a snake.
Yeah.
You're doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are aware that you were frozen for a time.
Victor's almost more intimidated by her than the lizard at this point.
She's in mid like yelling. She like falls like 10 feet back and like slides to a stop, and the Behir unfreezes and tries to clamp its jaws around you. So we're gonna go ahead and make an attack on Bolt.
I've got you!
Ezra grapples.
Go ahead and give
Grappling
me
a snake.
an athletics check to see if it does anything.
Hell yeah.
'Cause it's-
Oh yeah, 19.
You grab one of the
Yes!
feet, and it so it is going to have. We'll just say it has disadvantage on this attack.
It does like the whole like stumble thing.
Yeah, I like trip it like
Yeah.
1 foot.
Because they have 8 legs, I believe.
Oh my god. So it's like a centipede, like
Yeah.
almost.
So that's
they're,
only
they're
a-
a huge, think of a huge lizard with like a
Yeah.
dragon neck and a head, and then like
crap.
8 legs. Yeah, they're pretty cool
Creepy.
looking, but
That's only a 13 to hit.
that does not hit. I full on it clamps down on the shield, and I just kind of put a little bit more power into it,
And the shield expands and
Expand it
pulls,
open.
pulls the jaws apart a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with combat here in just a moment. But two other things happen before that. The scythe rips out of your hands and starts flying back to her, and she grabs it and she says, "Watch your footing." And then we're gonna go ahead and get started. So we'll be right back once combat is set up.
All
We're
right.
dead.
they're so freaking cool. I love them.
All right, welcome back. Let's go ahead and reveal the battle map, and we will get initiatives. Starting with Bolt.
13.
13. Victor.
He's trying to hug me.
That is a 23.
23. Seredan.
14.
14. Ezra.
22.
22. Perfect. Victor, it is your turn first, my friend. Now, in your short rest, did you remember to regain HP?
I did. I rolled my dice.
Okay,
and got-
you get maximum dice, actually.
Ooh.
So,
Okay, then that would.
as part of the boon for your short rests.
That's right.
Cool. We also get plus 10 movement speed, by the way.
Yes, and everybody has plus 10
So
movement
then
speed.
with
along
those
with it.
dice, I should be a backup too. Okay. Okay. He'll kind of start out. That she called the scythe back to her.
Yeah, she called the scythe back and then said, "Watch your step."
Watch your step. Okay.
Dritia, Victor, and the Victor, the exile of the Eighth Ring and the fated few is here to assist you.
Introductions later, but here now.
Be over there?
I'm glad you got a kick out of that.
You're saying you want to be over there, or...
Be in the moment, Vicky!
Okay, alright.
Attack the big thing in front of me. I'm like,
Yeah, you're struggling with it.
you got one leg out from under it.
Okay, I will. I'm going to go ahead and make. So I've on short rest. I don't really keep regaining anything. I'm pretty sure I burnt
Always got
2 performance points. I'm going to come up behind it and make an attack.
Rogues.
I need to see each individual step, if you don't mind.
Oh right, sorry. And I will,
Okay.
but I'll come up specifically. Let's see how much. 5, 10, 15, 3. Or to get to Ezra. I was gonna see if I get to Bolt and give him Shield of Faith, but I'll reach out to Ezra for my bonus action. Give him Shield of Faith.
Did it be next to him?
I have to be. I think it's a touch.
So then you would
Shield
go
of
one
Faith
over.
is... I thought it had a range on it.
Hold on, 1 sec. It's like 30 feet. Yeah.
Master of Spells.
Come on.
Sorry, what?
Shield of Faith, does it have a range?
Oh, I think it is 30 feet, but I'm not 100% on that.
Shield of Faith. Hold on.
I'm literally giving that title now. Just 'cause I think out of all of us, you're the one who researches spells the most.
I do.
Shield of Faith, 60 feet. You're right. Okay. So I will throw it on Bolt then.
Okay.
And I'll basically, like I said, I'll grab one of the shards, throw it out, and say, Bolt, I'm with you.
Okay,
And
plus
I
your
will
AC.
stab with my attack on the Behir. That's a natural one.
It's a natural one. Yeah, you kind of just like, you bring your dagger down and the tail just like slides out of the way at the last minute and it skitters off the floor.
This slithery bastard. Okay, that's all I got.
Okay. Ezra.
Okay. Well, I'm at severe disadvantage. I'm gonna back up.
Okay. The Behir, so you're letting go of the Behir.
Yep.
It will take an attack of opportunity against you.
Never go behind a Behir. We'll kick you.
Well, now, you should have told me that earlier!
It can also
As it
side
kicks
me.
me into the wall.
It cannot,
Oh,
because
sweet.
its attack has reach of 10 feet, so, and you are still within 10 feet.
So within. Nice. Okay, then I'm gonna
You're still
shoot it. Pew. Pew.
Natural 1?
11.
11? 11 will miss.
This is a great start.
The
to
first arrow
We're all
skips
rolling
off of
natural
the...
ones.
Pew. Yeah, that's better. I'll shoot again.
Victor's got performance
I
anxiety.
miss
That's what it
you,
was.
expert.
Happens.
14?
14 will also miss. Yep, a couple arrows just...
Ezra, it's okay. Like 1 in 3 adventurers miss their shots.
I think it's more like just you
Okay.
and me.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Cry and be scared.
Okay, sounds good. The next up is actually Dratia. Is that how you say her name?
Mhm.
Okay. And she's going to use half of her movement to stand. And
Or Dratia.
you can see that like she's kind of bloodied, like she's taken a lot of hits. There's some wounds that are once again bleeding from her, but she is going to swirl the scythe around and then throw it forward and try and hit him.
So she got it back when it
Yes.
came out of the clock. It
Yep.
like went back to her.
Mhm.
Cool.
And then
Did
it
the
just
Baker
starts
take
spiraling
damage when it
out.
came back?
It did not. Dang it.
You should have used your bonus action.
And she will.
What's a bonus
hit? Okay, yeah, she does some damage to the Behir. It just kind of like slices along one of the things and then just comes spinning around, and then she just catches it and just kind of like turns it into a spiral and slams it into the ground. And she says, thank you for your help.
Is there anything we need to know about this creature?
It hit me with lightning a few minutes, however long ago.
Oh, lovely.
Bolt, stay in the moment.
Grab a leg, Bolt.
You're getting eaten.
Right.
Seredan.
Well, it's trying.
It looks like you like caught 2 of its
I know,
legs.
so-
Like,
So
trying to give you a
Sari will like start to run up to the front of the dais and
Okay.
and see like Vicky like miss horribly and Ezra miss horribly, and she'll just kind of put her head down and be like, Evie, we really need you now. And then she just kind of holds onto her weapon and like holds herself back for a minute and just says, or Craggy, if there's anything left inside of you, or if there's anything left of you inside of me, I could use it now. And just kind of holds her hand out and says, Allah Almaria, and casts Bless on everybody.
Wow!
So that's at the 2nd level, so we all get
right.
it.
Whew. That should help a
And
little bit.
then, just as a bonus action,
Yeah, you all hear what appears to be like a little bit of a flute playing, and then you almost feel as if Eve is nearby. Just that feeling.
that
of comfort
I don't have
that
Hunter's
she
Mark on me anymore.
Okay. And then bonus action.
I wonder if I want to use this. What's the likelihood of us getting another short rest between now and the next fight? Sorry, I'm just looking here.
Who's on deck?
You are.
No, that's it. I'm just gonna run up to about kind of here.
Sorry, show me your individual steps, please.
Oh, sorry.
You were
that's here.
there.
Mhm.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4 in front of this column.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. Sounds good. Bolt, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
Yes.
Right here. So it's going to get the Behir, but not any of my cohorts.
Okay. What is the save on that?
It is a
Wisdom of...
Dexterity 14.
Oh, it is Dex, that's right.
It does not make it save.
Yes!
It is covered in kind of this rusty aura.
Sweet.
Just in case you needed a target, this is it.
Oh, you're screwed now.
I see you.
Natural one.
Plus.
We have advantage. 2 natural ones.
And that's gonna be.
Plus a D4.
Okay, that's everything.
I'll give myself some. Give everyone some temporary hit points, including
Okay.
their allies. So everyone gets 6 temps. Activate my arcane armor. Guardian.
No, not that.
HP.
Yeah, so that you kind of blast out your rusty red magic. It covers over the Behir, and then it kind of sprinkles onto everybody else, but it just seems to be like hovering and protecting, almost as if it's some sort of ablative plating. And then it is the Behir's turn. He is going to try and recharge his lightning breath. And then he is going to kind of lean forward and then just fire a blast of lightning straight at. Actually, but I would have had Dratia move. She just moves to the pillar on the right. So she kind of dives out of the way of that. On her turn. So, Bolt, I need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw, because I think you are the best option. I guess he can actually still hit. She's going to go behind the pillar. She has to. She has to go behind the pillar. Like, to block that lightning breath.
Yeah, so probably there.
Yep. She's got 40 feet of
Don't
movement.
forget to add a D4.
Yes.
Correct. Okay.
Not the +5 the Walking Fortress provides, but in the meantime, I don't know if I roll this if it'll show.
Not great.
What was the total?
9.
9 is not enough.
Shoot. And Fairy Fire goes away.
We'll see. He can make his con.
After a roll con save.
So take 71 lightning damage.
My key here.
Oops, sorry. You might have to edit that out. Oh my gosh. Sorry, this is a kid-friendly program. Sometimes. Oh, wow.
Okay. I'm going to, as my reaction, I'm going to pull my shield up and absorb elements.
Oh, good call.
So,
And
do
so
you
I
get
get
resistance?
resistance.
Nice.
Yep. And then I get to store it. I only get a D6,
of lightning
not
damage.
71.
Yeah. So you bring your shield up and the all slams into the ground around you and just acts as like a lightning rod to deflect some of it. So it was 71 cut in half.
35?
35, yeah.
Oh,
35
that's not
lightning
too
damage.
bad.
And
That's
then
rough.
Your concentration check would be a 17.
35 is over half my health.
Can I roll a bless with that?
It's to saves, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
It's a
save.
saving throw.
14.
Okay.
Come on!
Yes.
Yes.
Good, because you don't want to waste spell
Oh,
slots.
sorry.
Like, you have only so
I'm giving
many.
one to Victor here because you literally introduced yourself first thing rather than started combat. I think that's great.
So I get hit with the lightning. Lightning, you say? Thank you.
It's a good thing you're such a great conductor.
I was told to be here. Be over here. It's safer.
Behind things. Dragon rules apply. Get to the sides.
That's not really my cup of tea. Yeah. Then it's back up to the top of the round with Victor.
Okay.
Now, if you can kill it quick, that'll be nice.
We'll go ahead and have the
With
Behir.
advantage, there's a very good chance of that happening.
Do I want the Behir to move?
I'm being very annoying.
It will reposition itself. It will slither between you and the pillar. So it will
This way?
reposition on the other side of you, so it's facing the bulk of people.
Like that.
Yep. So Victor will get an attack of opportunity on it.
That is
You
a
won't.
20.
I'm not
Dirty.
going to get
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's go to my. Come on.
And it went through all those.
Yes.
You get to add your sneak attack.
Don't worry, the Behir doesn't have to do those.
10 for the first.
Oh yeah, you do get to add sneak attack onto.
It's on a turn, not
And
on
plus
your
it's-
turn.
15.
Oh, you get advantage.
That is 25.
You get advantage too.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, do you want to roll for a crit?
No crit.
Okay.
It's the same. I
So
rolled
25 total damage.
25 total damage. And that's all just slashing.
Yeah, so it
Piercing.
you start seeing it leave, and you just take your dagger and run it down the last little bit of its tail, and it lets out a shriek, not realizing that there was something that dangerous behind it.
Hello. Hello there. I
And then it is
will
your turn.
use my bonus action.
This is the grown-up version of the lizard that Kenobi rode.
I'm going to throw out Sandman, Cringe, and Mist. And I'm going to use the performance points to make them defensive.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my movement.
Should have done the bender thing. Ah, yeah.
20.
Chopper lightning.
Just basically run behind him right there.
Okay.
And I'm going to make my attack again. There's a 19 and a 9. So I'm assuming the 27 hits.
27 will hit.
Okay. So this is with not Cinder Hearth. This was with Shadow Song. So that is an 11 for the first portion, and sneak attack 14. So that is 25 again.
25
Another
damage.
25.
Okay.
And I'll add damage to that as well for the damage dice. So that's an extra 2. So that is 27.
Minus 2. Okay. Perfect.
That's it.
Alrighty, yeah, so you just go rushing forward, slice in, throwing out 3 of the daggers defensively for a bolt.
Sandman, clinch, mist, defend.
Perfect. And then it is
Just kinda
Ezra's
rotating
turn.
around.
Alright, I'm going to shoot at his face. 26
26 will hit.
for 23 damage.
23 damage.
I'll pour an arcane shot in there.
Okay.
And I'm going to do the grasping arrow, so creature hit by the arrow takes an extra 2d6 poison damage, which I'll just roll real quick. So an extra 7 poison damage.
Okay.
Its speed is reduced by 10 feet, and it takes 2d6 slashing damage the first time on each turn it moves. The brambles last for a minute. It can take an action to remove them if it wants to.
Okay, yeah, so your arrow fires out, slams into it, and then
And
all
I'm-
these orange lines just
I'm going to use
the
my
pillars and ceiling.
superiority die to push it as well.
Okay.
Is there a size limit on
Oh,
if it can be pushed? It
I
might
think
be
you're
large or smaller.
I think
Yeah,
you're
it's
right.
probably one size.
I think you're right. Let's see. Battlemaster, push. Oh, it's got to reload. Hang tight.
Pushing attack.
Gotta pull up here. Pushing attack. A creature with attack. Roll. You can use move.
No size restriction.
Doesn't have size. Oh, large or smaller.
Large or smaller.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I will not do that.
Okay.
But I will wrap it up for the extra 2d6, and I'm going to shoot it again.
It's like the
Second attack.
bands of Satorak.
Yeah.
So that's a
That's what I meant.
22 to hit
22 will hit.
for 20 damage.
Thank
I'll
you.
pour a epic die in there. 25 damage.
25 total damage. Okay.
All right, that's it.
Alrighty. Dratia is going to come around. Well, she's actually the scythe is going to come around from behind the pillars and make an attack.
Boomerang scythe.
Yep.
Badass.
But the Behir kind of ducks underneath it. It's kind of struggling with these lines, and she doesn't have a really good angle. Comes
She
back
gets
to her.
advantage on it because it's fairy fire.
True. Which hits. Okay. Let's see.
Dodges one way, and then it, as it's spinning, it just kind of comes back the other
Yeah,
way.
it's like the first chop misses, and then it hits on the way back.
It's F.
Okay. Yeah.
TW. Very far from the mic.
Slices into it and then comes back into her. You can see it just come back around the pillar, and it's just kind of spinning in the background.
Oh, there you go.
And then it is Seredan's turn.
Okay.
So I will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I'm like, right.
Sorry, can you repeat that for
yes,
me?
it was this way.
So
Okay. All right then.
All right, and she'll take some swings.
there's a pressure plate.
Yeah, I feel like.
Or a couple.
All right, that's
I
a
was like, did one
27
of the
to hit.
viewers say that we've like
Watch
moved
yourself.
too much or something?
Sorry.
27
Dabble hit.
for. All right.
You move too much in D&D.
15
Don't move so
damage.
much.
15
Hard to keep
damage.
track of.
She's gonna throw the scythe into the thing and then leave. And
Next
then we're all gonna be
attack.
frozen here for the rest of the time.
Is a 21
Yeah, just
21 will hit.
bonk.
for.
Don't wait for the next group of adventurers to come in. That'll be our side quest.
15 damage.
15 damage. Okay.
All right.
And then bonus action.
Get him.
The non-butt attack.
On butt.
On the butt.
22 to hit.
22
Triple
will hit.
butt.
For
Booty action.
10 damage.
Okay, so Seredan comes in, and you start hacking at the back legs, and the thing kind of collapses a little bit to the ground, and it kind of rears its head back and does like one of those weird like snake things where it tries to bite you, and you just slice right through its throat, and the thing collapses.
Nice.
And then it sits there for a moment, and then it turns to sand and dissolves into nothing.
Right. Do I normally turn to sand like that?
Do I? No, I.
No,
I made a metal.
be theirs.
You hear a
But here, I have no idea.
Nobody move at all.
Right.
Look around you. If you see a tile that has an image of a monster on it, do not step on it.
Oh. Sounds good.
'Kay.
Do we see any?
Yeah, so there are 6 different tiles here. Scott, would you grab some of those red markers for me? And we will.
It's a miracle we didn't step on any.
Yeah, that is.
You guys got really close to a few of them. Like, you started close and you got close. So just a moment here. And then if I can squeeze in. Just pause.
Don't hit the camera.
What? So there was one right here next to where Seredan was standing.
That was really close.
There was one
diagonal from it.
here where the Behir was standing. There was one right here where Victor started but just missed. There is one right next to Bolt. Right here.
It's like
There
we're
is
the best battleship players ever.
Here. And finally there is one right here.
Nice.
Bam, bam, bam.
Okay. And again, these have different.
Okay, sit down.
So each of these 6 have different monsters on them. You can see, actually, Bolt, near where you stepped, there is a cracked Behir image. The other ones are an image of a boulette, an image of a cyclops, an image of a gorgon, an image of a minotaur, an image of an owlbear, and an image of a hydra.
Oh my gosh.
I'm very
I kind of
curious,
want
to be honest.
I mean, this is where we could really test some experience.
This is the room of experience.
2,600
If things go wrong, we can always stop the clock and wait.
If you stop the clock, anybody in combat will freeze until it started again.
So everyone else stay out of combat.
So we can just wait for Eve.
That doesn't sound like a good idea.
Who are you people?
We are the Wayward Watch.
Right, and one of you
Surely
is
you've
a
heard of
ring
us.
member?
Victor Udanta, and we'll take a knee.
She is going to come from around the
But
pillar,
make sure you
sure
don't kneel
to
on
carefully step.
Yeah.
You can remove the Behir, and
And-
we're back to...
And more specifically, I am in exile. I am not a full member.
I see that. I did not know that was an implemented practice. You'll have to forgive me. I've been asleep for a long time, or frozen. It feels like.
How long?
What year is it?
I would have known.
Stardate.
It's probably
But I add 100 to it without thinking.
No, Bolt, that
you're
you're
wrong.
off.
It's 1376.
Minus 100.
Actually,
right.
you are probably pretty close. If I remember correctly. It's 1297.
I say, it's the year 1397.
No.
Minus 100 from that.
Oh,
Don't
right.
have a heart attack. You weren't frozen quite that long.
Oh, well then,
1297. I gotta remember that.
probably about 65 years or so.
65 years.
About the time you landed here.
Give or take 20 years.
Yeah, you awoke in like 80 years.
That's true. It was like 90 years ago.
Yeah.
The ship crashed.
Were you... Forgive me, were you cognizant that entire time, or did it happen in the blink of an eye? as it were?
I can tell you, you can't hear or see anything.
Yeah, it's sort of like just floating through nothingness. It's but it's not like you're awake for all of it. It's an interesting experience. That's for sure.
What did it smell like?
I can't remember. Do you
No
remember?
smells.
No, there were no like
Smells
there were
like
no smells, no
frozen
scents.
time.
So she is actually going to walk up to the clock again,
Just freezer burn.
which has been just like slowly ticking down the seconds, and she's going to pull out just a regular knife, and she's going to jam it in right before the second thing and stop, and it stops it, and she says, "We can move again. Just step where you can step wherever again without any worry."
Oh,
No.
the clock is tied to the tiles.
Yes, the clock is tied to the tiles. They're inactive while it's frozen, and anybody who engages in combat will freeze before their attack hits.
What is your story? What were you doing here, and why fighting this thing?
I was exploring a tomb that I had found. My people have been searching for the past... Well, we were searching for the past 15, 20 years or so, trying to find a place in the world, and this place seemed mysterious and that it might hold some answers. But I
Vicky here seemed to give you great reverence. Why is that?
That's a good question. Why is that?
Well, for you are considered one of our paragons, near to perfect knife dancers or members of the creed as anyone else. You're the creators of the creed.
Yeah, the creed, right? The collection. Okay. You're what? Third generation then? Fourth?
Roughly, yes. I've got my mother and her grandmother and yeah.
Well, it's nice to meet you. First of all, politeness is never misused. The creed was. I'm glad that it's kind of guiding you. That's what it was intended for the lost people.
Yes, and you were known as the nurturing people. Your tales of both your fierceness in battle and your ability to uplift people it was legendary.
Well, thank you. I mean, I'm glad that they're still telling my stories. I wish somebody would have come looking for me. But
We
say
did.
what you will. Yeah, I mean, you're here, so I appreciate your help.
Did you know any Tushan? Because it seems like your oaths are very ripped off, maybe.
Well,
Victor like immediately is just like,
yeah. And she pauses for a moment, and then she kind of chuckles and she says, "There were similarities drawn from it, just because
Boilerplate and such.
some of us were Tushin before we founded the Creed, and
Why didn't you
some
ever
of
tell me
those-
that, Victor?
I didn't.
Yeah, we probably not. It depends on how much would have gotten passed down. And to be honest,
Some creeds know
most
more
of the
than others.
other leaders were very keen on making our people seem aloof and mysterious. So I'm sure that was more of a direction that they went in.
It seemed to work.
Yes, mission accomplished in that regard.
We know next
for them.
nothing. Victor won't even tell us what he gets
But
eats for
I
breakfast.
appreciate
most of the
I
time.
appreciate how down to earth you are.
I'm
Do you
mysterious.
suppose you could put in a good word for whoever it is that put this blindfold on our friend and
Oh.
get it removed?
And she steps up and she takes a look at it, and she kind of just holds her scythe casually a little bit, and then she just sets it off to the side and just starts floating there for a moment. And she leans in and he goes, "Okay, let me see if I can remember this. Victor,
Milk, lemonade.
may I observe your blades?"
Yes, and he'll bring all, not like menacingly, but he'll bring them all to,
And she kind of
including the little needle in the bottle.
We all jingle. As they,
Yeah, dipped in poison.
ting, 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 ting. Yeah, and she looks through them and she goes, "Quite the eclectic collection you have here."
Yes, some were gifts, others, there's a few that we had found on our way, and I am still looking for the owners.
Did you ever attune to Aurum and Argentum?
I don't think I did, because I had.
He didn't pay the iron price for any of them.
Not attune as in like
Oh.
magic attunement. Like knife dancer attunement.
I have to remember if I had enough slots. So that was
Another layer of attunement that I added.
8 plus proficiency plus intelligence or wisdom. So that would be. Proficiency is 3, so 8, 9, 10, 11 plus my wisdom, which is a 2, I think.
So 13 blades.
So yeah, if that's the case, then yeah, I would have.
Okay. So she's looking through them and she's like, "Oh, this one," and she points at Shadow Song and she's like, "This one is exceptional craftsmanship."
Thank you, my father, Thog, he crafted that for me during my christening.
And these two, and she points at Aurum and Argentum and she says, "They look like they're first generation made."
I did not know. We found them. They were in a place that used to be called Hasmonday.
Interesting. I've never heard of it. And she kind of reaches her hand out and brings Cole over, and the scythe blade actually has like a similar patterning on the blade itself to Aurum and Argentum.
Okay.
And she says, "My weapon is similar make."
They're cousins.
Were they from the same craftsman, or? I was not aware that there was any markings on them. That
You know, I'm not really sure. I've had Cole for as long as I can remember, but I don't remember where I got him from.
interesting. And from your knowledge, before you came here from the Creed, no one has been able to talk to a Paragon in some years. Like, what happened? Like, why did you all go?
It's probably not best for. I mean, if they hid it, it might be hidden for a reason. Your Apex would know if there is still an Apex.
There's an Apex. Yes.
They would have an idea of our complete history. I'm not exactly certain if I should tell or not, so I probably won't, just to be safe.
I will respect your decision.
You
Right,
could
but-
tell us, though. We're not part of this, so no big deal.
I mean, mysteries have to be kept.
Plug your
in
ears.
order to be mysterious. But that's neither here nor there. And she sends Cole, and it kind of just starts like spiraling around behind her, and she leans forward and she says, "Your blades look immaculate. Do you follow all of the tenets of the Creed?
I do.
What was the reason for your exile?"
My hubris. I got a little bit too proud of my abilities. I was pretty good at a young age. I went into the christening and actually ended up succeeding on my first try. When I was too young, they wasn't necessarily supposed to be there. It was supposed to teach me a lesson, but for
Now-
just luck.
Sorry, the christening is the first trial, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
this
sorry.
is-
We hadn't settled on names yet.
Yes, we went in and I took my test, and through some very lucky, lucky instances, I was able to complete it. And upon completion, I thought a little too much of myself and offended all of the Apex and the Primes.
Something with butterflies.
I opened all the cages to the butterflies, basically saying that they should choose me rather than me choose them.
And they were very stern and rejected you outright and exiled you for it.
Including my mother, yes.
That's not exactly what I had in mind when we were creating this
Sorry.
companionship.
I just I'm thinking this is like a Saturday Night Live skit or something that's like akin to like Jesus and then like the Catholic Church. I told them all to like love each other, like be groovy, like drink some wine, and this is what you came up with.
It's the game of telephone that
She's like, man, they really like took the stuff that we that we were talking about. To,
we were all
the
drunk that
extreme
night.
here.
We wrote this down, and everybody took it serious. Like,
We did way too much coke when we came up with this. Sorry, spice. If George Lucas can steal it, so can I.
Too many death sticks.
Yeah. Well, I don't see any reason why you should be exiled, Victor.
Unlock it up. Unlock it up.
I could remove it.
We can attest to his worthiness.
Well, I mean,
You proved
as far
it.
as I know, it is the Apex or the Primes, but Paragons ascend above all those rules. You're the one that wrote the rules for God's sake.
I will say that my take on the rules was a far more lax one than what they've become from the sound of it. So my removing it might not mesh well with what you grew up with. However, if you wish, I could remove it for you. The curse, the blindfold, your exile.
Vicky, you've earned it. And you should march back in there with the Paragon and say, "Ha!
Look who I found."
I'm the Prime now."
No, they would just get put it back
and I
on.
think like at least with Victor's like the stories as kids and like about the Paragons and how they were basically like the superheroes, right?
Yeah.
Of their
Yeah, they were
kind of
basically
stuff,
like the living legends, but not living anymore. I guess just legends.
I don't know what to say.
Legends never die.
I know that this has been something I've been working for a long time. And now I feel a little afraid. What if I don't recognize you? I see your faces, I hear your voice, I smell you, but
I'm the attractive one.
Only to Eve.
As am I.
That's all that matters.
You got
Nancy.
some.
That's all.
You got stubble on
I
one
think we're
side of
all
your head.
very attractive here,
but you love Eve. That's what.
except for Darian.
If you would have gone in and spent 10 years, your hair would have been fine.
see.
They got past that ugly face.
It would have been like down to your ankles unless you cut it off.
There's a small part of me if you can remove the curse, but will I lose my blindfold?
The blindfold can remain. I don't have to destroy it, but you won't need to wear it.
As silly as it seems, it almost feels like an extension of me at this point. I would very much like to keep it, but if I can take it off, no one has to know.
You could wrap it into a handle for one of you. Please.
Yes.
Headband.
Wear it as an ascot, and you could match.
Oh, yes.
You know how they have those.
Arm,
You know how they have those sword dancers that have the big long like silk ribbon things
Yeah.
behind. You could do something like that
Put it
with
on-
one of your
put it on
daggers.
blade.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I'd have to take it off when I go back though, because that was part of what got me in trouble. But
I think that one thing I will do when I get out of here is go speak with this new Apex and see what might be going on that we can figure out regarding you. That it doesn't seem like you don't seem like a bad person to me. I mean, obviously, I've just met you. You could be incredibly evil, and you just happen to greet me.
He has murdered quite a few people.
No murders.
I mean,
Don't
who
listen
hasn't?
to Easy. It's all been in self-defense. He has matured quite a bit in our company. I will
He
say
was
that.
once just a little lad.
Well, we have
Now
the
he's
rest of the temple to
grown
test your metal, as it were.
I would like that.
But if you'd like, you can see again.
Somebody really wants to see you take it off.
He'll
Now it'll still keep the locks in place though. Besides 3,
the sigils. There's the.
I think you have 4. Because you have the ruby, lapis, jade. Oh, that's right. You only have 3.
Yeah, I have 3.
Yep.
And if she would be.
Yeah, she's like, I think I remember the incantation to unlock mine as well. So
I would be most honored.
And he'll basically take a knee and like again all of the blades. Like normally when he would show blades, the blades would be like facing the person.
Mm-hmm.
He would turn them the other direction so that the hafts would all be as though he'd be like like putting himself in a vulnerable position.
And she will bring her scythe around and grasp it in her hands, and she says, Victor, as Paragon of the Opal Wing, I hereby release you from your curse and end your exiles. You may return to your family. And she takes the haft and she taps it against the blindfold, and you feel the magic. You feel the magic fade away. The curse part of the magic. The rest
loosens, and it's not
it just loosens. It's normal. You see the edges of light underneath the blindfold now because it's not magically blocking your sight. And then the 4th symbol, the symbol of the opal wing, does light up as well.
He'll just kind of squint a little bit and just kind of timidly shakily hands kind of pull it back and then look around the room.
What color are your eyes?
Amber.
Amber.
They're like almost glow in the dark.
like amber
yellow.
eyes.
Yeah.
What was her name? Lyra?
Sarah just says, I always thought they would have been blue. And she gives Vicky a big hug. She's like, oh, I wish Evie were here to see this.
I do too. This is quite a special moment for me.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and you get your first look at everybody in the party, except for you.
Strike a pose.
Now you
Thought
can
you'd
see
be
me when
bigger.
we
You're
spar.
skinnier than I thought. Can you describe?
I've changed a little bit.
You've changed your stuff.
Actually,
and
I
Ezra, you look marvelous.
Thank you.
More than
I've also
everything.
changed.
Sarah, I'm so glad.
And he's just gonna.
Not as beautiful as you thought, apparently.
No,
She's only got eyes for
and
you.
it's his way of ribbing a little bit, as he always kind of does. But
Dieter, I am in your debt.
Think nothing of it. We're here to help each other. That's
No, I
important.
am in your debt.
we
I
did
have a contract here that I need you to sign.
What? Contracts? What are you talking about?
It's very, I have a very. My handwriting is terrible. Why didn't you tell me that my handwriting was this horrible?
we did save her from being permanently frozen for all time. So I think we're at least even.
Wookiee life debt.
Right.
I will accept that.
Put it away.
That is what the 8 rings were founded for, was to protect one another and help each other, because we were all lost souls searching for home.
Aren't we all?
Why was and you speak as though that our home was taken from us? What happened?
We're not really sure. We found each other probably about, I would say about 85 years ago or so. And we were all just wanderers, and we ended up congregating at what you probably are calling Scald Seat, if I remember.
Yes, God seat. It is our ceremonial grounds.
We there was a flash of lightning in the sky that seemed to call to us, and we all approached, and it took about 100 days for the last of us to arrive, but we realized that we were all wanderers with no homes, and that we couldn't remember any place in Aneria that we lived in. So we decided to form the 8 rings, and we all kind of worked together to kind of come up with the creed and borrow a little bit from Tushins, please and thank you.
How long ago was this?
There's
85
another
years
version
ago.
of him that's not even Tushin, so don't take him too seriously.
That's not me. That's somebody else. Parading around in my skin. It's very creepy.
And then we kind of spread out from there in order to see what good we could do for people, and how we might be able to help and serve.
What was
or at
the
least
first
that's the-
place you remember?
I woke up next to the river. the Tremecules. That's a big river, so I suppose I should say on the desert side of it.
On the big town side.
Yes. But people came from all over. I had stories as far away as what was Terabon.
She must be
You're
from
there?
one of the other broken pieces of Aneria.
The what now?
It's a long story. We'll tell you on the way. Let's find Thulian.
With Sarah's comment, can I do a history check?
Sure.
That's a 2. I'm use advantage.
So you're
but I
using
don't
your-
have. That was cocked anyway.
What exactly are you looking for?
I'm trying to, I guess, understand, like, because we know that collectively that minds were addled,
Yeah.
and trying to understand, because it seems like this seems to be the case where that's where they're at.
I don't
and-
think you need to roll a history check for that. Yeah, you can start connecting dots if you'd like.
Interesting.
Everybody at home is shouting on the screen right now.
Bolt, were saying something, weren't you?
No, I was just asking. Well, I asked the year.
Uh-huh.
You said 85 years ago.
85 years. So, sorry, that's 85 years ago from this current perspective, give or take. For me, it was only about 20 years. Yeah. So the creed was rather new. The rings were rather new. But there were those of us who still wanted to search for our lost home. And I thought this place might have answers. Instead, it had monsters. And
Was your ship responsible for the formation of the 8 rings?
In which case, you are the leader of a death
Oh,
cult.
you are the Paragon of Paragons.
I'm
Oh,
very
hell,
confused
bolt.
right now.
Death dealer robot.
I'm gonna see if I can pick up a dagger.
It just drops to the ground.
Ting, ting, ting.
Well, maybe I need more practice.
You really should take better care of your blades.
It was his dagger.
Is that bad? Did they make that bad? That touching other people's?
Oh, it is. Sarah really should apologize for sullying your blade.
I didn't sully it. I simply...
You did touch my scythe, though.
I did. And
She blessed it.
and broke the magical trap that you were under.
So that's a no on the apology.
Would you prefer to be frozen in time still?
I like this one.
Would you prefer to be unconscious?
Victor's like on pins and needles, like it's like walking up to Superman and being like, "Are you really that tough?" Like,
Sorry. I find it a little funny that there is a lot of like strictness. That was not. Again, that was never my intention, but I did wander off and prefer the life of a explorer. So.
They say that some of it was because of, with the apexes changing, there were some apexes that were a lot less nurturing, more deadly, or more put fear in people's hearts, and to protect against that.
And what of this current apex?
He can be hot-headed. He's very cunning. I've never seen him in a fight, but I have heard that he is deadly to behold with Masamune and his blades.
Masamune.
Yes.
Oh. Didn't realize it was still around. Must have been passed down.
Oh yes, you would know them. It is one of his few weapons. Each of the apexes for the known weapons that are still around, they're passed down kind of in a ceremony.
Well, maybe someday Cole will be as well. And it kind of like shakes a little bit and goes, "Don't worry, not now."
See, I told you they communicate. I'm not just talking to my blades. You
I
guys
grab
think I'm
my
crazy.
arrows and I'm like, pull the quiver close and like listening.
Makes an arrow rattling sound.
pluck the string of your bow and it goes,
speak with dead and plants
listen.
in the same spell.
We're chasing a nefarious villain by the name of Thulian Kroll.
That sounds like a villain name.
It's actually a great name, I will admit. But anyway,
Oh, he sucks.
it's a good name. He's a terrible person, but it's a good name.
He has weird hair.
You used to have weird hair, too. In fact, you do have weird hair.
I have.
You are a half orc with a blonde mane and
It
a
will
horn
go
sticking out of your
normal.
head.
I think it's pretty stunning.
I think you should
myself.
Anyway,
It's striking.
we're hot on his trail. He's bent on the destruction of the world, really, but especially Paragon. And he controls time magic and all of these things. Would you care to help us take him out?
Sure, why not? It sounds like fun.
We're not quite sure how
will
to
be
find
fun.
him, but he's got to be in here somewhere.
My only request is I get to shoot him with an arrow to end him. You can beat him up as much as you want, but I get the kill.
But don't kill the other version of you, because he was a nice guy.
I'm a little confused on that as well.
It's a time magic thing. See, there was another version of Easy.
I used to be. I know everything now that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. In fact,
used
you
to go
all
to
know
school.
everything from
Yeah.
the full story. Yeah.
Studying to become a wizard, and then I found a book. Well, my dad gave me a book. It was a book of bad things about time magic, and then we were on the run, and then he grabbed me and changed me, and now I'm a Tushan.
He used to be a lot more
Used to be
timid,
scared, and
less sure of himself.
now I'm kind of.
And
Cocky a little bit.
And she kind
This is different.
The horn is new.
of.
That was
okay.
from some old still water.
Yeah, well, count me in. I'd be more than happy to assist you, especially for freeing me and saving my life. That seems like a fair trade.
Excellent.
On the outside, Victor's like, cool. On the inside, he's like Kung Fu Panda. He's like,
Yeah. She goes, if you wouldn't mind just letting me rest for a moment, though, I do have a few wounds from that beast that I need to recover from.
That's okay. You're now part of our party, which means it takes 10 minutes.
Do you
Breaking game rules, but I like it.
think I will ever get my old life
Hand those
back? I don't know how this works.
Maybe you could.
Is this it, and that's not me now, or is that me and I'm the wrong me? It's very
Perhaps we can
confusing.
find a way to fuse you together.
That is so meta.
I don't want another Ezra inside of me. That'd be weird. Too many voices in my head. Wouldn't mesh.
Or maybe it's just one voice and you've just lost the part of it.
Let's knock you out, the other you, I mean, and then see what we can do with you.
Maybe if I hug him
when you
really
wake up.
tight.
Right.
Or just-
Isn't there some kind of like time paradox thing? You're not supposed to touch your
Well, we
that
already
sounds
saw
gross.
each other, and it ruined my.
She's like, we didn't make that a rule in the creed. That's, I mean,
That's something else.
yeah, that's something else.
I'm new to this whole like time magic thing.
I have so many questions and philosophical quandaries. It hurts. I don't know what to do. Because if I kill him, do I then disappear? Because
No, don't
technically
kill him.
he was first.
Well,
You don't want to
and
kill
the part-
yourself. That's going
That's
to mess
bad.
you up
I
really
think
bad.
something to remember or to understand about the part of this that I believe you should know is that at some point there is I don't know if you're familiar with the Arcanum or remember them.
Oh, yeah.
They have addled the minds of everyone on this planet, essentially. That is why you can't remember very much.
Don't worry, it's not a conspiracy.
We're
It was
working to
confirmed
restore
by
those-
God.
Should we talk about Hasman Day?
Okay. Out of character, do you guys trust this person enough to talk about this whole thing?
I
Not-
would
The
give
more
you
people,
Victor.
the more people who know about it, the
if
better.
she was
in
like,
my
Victor,
eyes.
I
I
just
need
wanna
your
make sure there's
entire
no-
life
there's no
savings
way
right
you wouldn't
now.
take
I'd
that
be
You
like,
wouldn't let me talk.
here's my 5
Well, she's part of the problem. She's our condom.
Well, from what it sounds like, we have a few minutes while I'm resting if you want to tell me the story.
Yeah, so let's at least start with Hasman Day, and that it got destroyed, and then they put up the fog wall. Let's tell her about that.
Okay. World Eater. Probably that too.
So I'll explain to her kind of what's going on there.
Yeah, maybe kind of a general thing.
Yeah. And like this happened, and like the Devourer, and like what I'll leave out the part where Bolt destroyed the world. And
Thank you. Just a part of the world.
Yeah,
part of the world. We'll just say that those all the way up to the point where we
I really don't want to tell a
defeated
lot
a
of people
god
about
eater.
that.
Yeah. I'll intentionally leave that knowing it's a sword as well.
That I came here looking for answers, and that's more answers than I thought I would give. I mean, the idea that the Arcanum could erase an entire kingdom from memory kind of sounds like it goes hand in hand with what we experienced.
They had help from a god.
Were you and your people, does any part of these stories of Hasman Day resonate with you at all, or?
And we've told her the time period too. Like,
It
Unknown
seems
secret
very
connection.
suspicious that it would be destroyed and then you would all be displaced without knowing where you came from.
I mean, to be honest, when you first said the name, it almost like it felt like it hurt, like a deep pain, but a deep sorrow. But I didn't think anything of it. I have a lot of emotions. Typically, people have a lot of emotions, so it's not something.
Bolt's also people. He understands emotions.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But it sounds like it could be. I mean, Scald Seed is close to this broken expanse area. Maybe somebody found their way there and got as close as they could, and when they couldn't find anything else, they brought us all together.
It's true.
Oh, sorry, I say someone. I know who she is.
Elaborate.
She's not one of the Paragons that you probably know. She kind of didn't want to have any part of it. She wanted to continue to explore, but Cassia was the first of us.
Cassia. Cassia.
Yep, Cassia. And it's a name that's familiar to you.
Is it familiar to all of us, or just?
You all heard Victor reading that letter.
Yep. Cassia.
Oh, yes.
Oh, she's the one with the sweet bow.
As in B-E-A-U. That she was trying to write into.
She had
Sweet
bows.
Bow and bow.
She had a boyfriend plus
bow
3.
and a sweet bow.
Cassia's
Plus
name
We
three.
decide
was-
which was which.
We've encountered some information about her, and we are familiar.
Oh.
In a sense.
Do you have the letter?
I do.
And she takes it and she reads through it. And she chuckles at a few parts, and she actually kind of gets a little misty-eyed before handing it back to you. And she says, Cassia was the one who brought everybody together. She was the lightning bolt in the sky. But then
Literally?
she created it.
Oh.
But after we all came together and decided to form the 8 Rings, she said she was leaving and continued on. I think she went back home. Well, what her home was.
To
Archdom. That's where she, I guess, woke up. And if this is her, it makes sense that she didn't want to stick around. There's a lot of pain in this letter.
That makes sense. Well, it also, resonates more with me because I do not see many Genasi outside of the rings.
We all, we did notice a higher concentration of Genasi. A couple giants, there weren't too many of the other races among us.
Yes.
Giants in the 8 Rings.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
Really
That's
big,
cool.
really big rings.
Victor, you would know that most of
really
them are like Goliaths at this point, or
Yeah.
half giants. Like
One of
there
them
are.
wields the Great Morn Guard. It's a great axe that splits in two.
Did they pass it down to another giant?
I believe it is still in succession, yes. I don't think it has been lost yet.
That guy could drink me under the table. So Victor or Preston, as far as your little information packet that you have on the 8 Rings, those Paragons are they're the original primes, right?
Yep.
And then the new primes have been passed down and everything, but those are the original ones for you. So okay, just wanted to double clarify that because right now the leader of the Opal wing is a Extoli named
Yes.
Dibble, if I remember
Dibble.
correctly. Yeah. Well, I'm feeling a lot better. I don't know what it is about you guys, but I feel great.
We kind of have that effect on people.
We have a time
No, that was-
wizard, time bandit to kill.
This is a short rest, right?
Kill him.
Yes, you guys can take another short rest.
Okay.
This has been 10 minutes. I think Bolt is probably the only one who needs to heal
I am.
from that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got electrified.
How long does Absorb Elements keep that damage for?
Just
A minute, I
Just a
think.
minute?
yes.
It's like your
I'll
next
double check.
attack within a
Yeah,
minute.
see if there's like a time limit on that. And then everybody go ahead and roll me an investigation check while you are. Oh, you don't need to roll your dice; they're maxed.
Oh, nice.
Roll
8.
fail. Wow.
8
What are,
One.
what are we rolling for?
Investigation.
investigation.
0.
4. My investigation is terrible tonight.
Old Ezra would have been good at this.
I miss old Ezra.
10. Okay. Yeah.
And when you come back and become old Ezra, I'm gonna call you old Ezra from now on.
Old Ezra.
Or if you don't, then you're gonna be new Ezra.
Ezra.
Okay, so you guys can. There's a set of double doors at the other end of the room.
Well, no time like the present, right? What was it that you said? Be here now.
Yes,
Behir.
Behir now.
Be there.
Behir now.
Behir.
Be everywhere.
Yeah, I literally said Behir, but I guess that works.
Sage wisdoms.
That's the title of the
Victor's
episode.
like
Be here now.
doe-eyed, looking at like everything
Yeah.
as he's walking.
Yeah, that you get. So to explain a little bit, your exile's blindfold no longer requires attunement because it's not cursed anymore, and it doesn't have to be over your eyes. You can have it as like a headband, or you can have it as like an armband, or like Scott said, if you wanted to tie it to one of the daggers, and it will still provide you blind sight up to, what is it now, 20? Or is it 15?
I think we were at 15 originally.
Yeah, so it'll still give you that 15 blind sight, but then regular sight on top of that.
Nice.
Very cool.
Congratulations.
And then I'll figure out what the Opal seal does for
Okay.
you, because they do have other properties. Yeah.
I'll basically, like the way I've got my beanie right now, I'll just basically have it on my forehead.
Okay. Perfect.
Because it's like a security blanket. It's been there for so long that he's just kind of like, he's not sure he can
It's your blankie.
take it off yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go push open the doors.
Perfect. So you walk up to the doors and you push, and they don't budge.
They're a pull. You have to pull.
Is there?
You have to pull.
Oh, right.
Is
right.
there
it
a
says
lock?
pull, right?
Is there a locking mechanism?
No, there is just a little handle, and as it is just a pull.
Victor's like about to pull out his lock set, and then he's like, "Oh,
Nope.
never mind."
Oh, never mind. Yep. So you open up the door, you
Doors.
pull them open, Aragon style. Except for he pushed those open.
It's reverse
It's much more.
And then the wind flails.
And you see a large circular room in front of you, and along the walls of the room are these statues. And each of the statues it looks like a depiction of a kind of this almost like a tabaxi from the look of it, very cat-like. And they're just kind of like standing there against the wall. There's some are archers like pulling back. There's ones that have like large blades, that sort of thing. And in the center,
It's like a Tootsie Pop wrapper.
in the center of this room is another figure. This one is much more active. It is a sphinx, and she appears to be currently sleeping, tail kind of swishing through the air, kind of golden mane, human face, kind of a beautiful feminine face on it. Typical sphinx stuff.
The answer is made.
Okay.
And then there is another set of doors at the other end.
I say we sneak. We try past the cat. I don't think Bolt's very good at that. Put him in the... You could climb in the back. Unless you want to be a kitty toy, I suggest you figure out how to be quiet. Here, get on the broom.
I could do that.
Try it. See if it actually works. The name is Brusinker.
Yeah, I'll try to get on the broom. See if I can move across the room quietly.
So
Oh no, we can't because it doesn't work.
We don't know in this room.
Perhaps it was room specific.
Now we'll try the room.
Brusinker.
and then you try and like jump. You jump a foot in the air, and then roll me a stealth check with disadvantage. As you land on the ground.
Clink, clink, clink.
You just ground pound.
He lifts his knees up and just goes down on his knees.
That's a 14.
Let's see.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Run.
Bolt is about to be kitten's yarn.
And you do see the Sphinx opens one eye, and then closes it again and says, "Are you here for passage?"
Yes.
You were trying to sneak past, I assume.
No, we thought about it, but we didn't actually begin attempting it.
Oh,
We're not very stealthy.
you can try if you'd like, but the other doors will be locked until you answer my questions.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
Or if you
Question.
Answer me 3
You say?
questions.
or if you are not inclined, there is a trial that you may go through instead of strength.
Do we
What
have
kind
to
of
do it
questions?
individually, or-
Can we do the questions first, and if we don't succeed, can we also do the trial?
Sure, I suppose.
Might as well do the question.
Let's do the questions.
And she kind of goes, fine, and she kind of brings herself up and sits normally, and she says, I'm a sphinx, so the questions are riddles, as typical.
Answer me these questions. What?
And yes, there are 3 questions. There are 3 riddles for you.
You are beautiful, I might add.
Thank you.
Sorry.
It's
I'm
been a long
just
time
saying-
since I've been complimented. The last people who came through here were
She's
very
not
rude.
here right now.
Who was that?
Some gang of mages has taken over the Colossus.
So that's who we're hunting.
That's who we're chasing, yes.
Well, they are.
We don't like
further
rude
up
people.
The vault.
So
Good. So that's all you're here for, is to expel them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That will help you a lot during the travels. Just do not
is
disturb
there
any of
anything
the
else?
tombs.
Is there anything else here?
Do not say that again.
Don't disturb the tombs.
Don't disturb the tombs.
Yes.
There are tombs in the next room?
There is a tomb in the next room.
Got it.
It is sort of a shrine to the last Morai.
Who's that?
Oh, I haven't explained this in a while. The Morai.
We're keepers and weavers.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
they were keepers and weavers of fate. It was said that they could see all of destiny.
Were they the first chronomancers, I wonder?
Hmm.
Did they have much to do with time magic?
I mean, fate and time are usually intertwined.
Right?
And it makes sense.
Anything to do with the withered bow.
I'm not familiar with that.
Okay, just thought I'd ask.
They were
We're asking
there were
her all these
3.
questions.
She's like, well, I'm supposed to
It's your favorite color.
She just seems to be like enjoying actually receiving questions instead.
What is the average wind velocity of swallow?
Would you like a riddle yourself? We could give you a riddle.
I mean, if you have one I haven't heard before, I would gladly.
A box without hinges, key or lid, yet golden treasure inside is hid.
Yep.
Dang it!
I was.
It's the only one I
same
know.
page.
Also, I'll have to adjust one of the riddles that I was going to give you. It wasn't that exact one, but it was also egg.
Let's see.
I'm not kidding.
One of
that
them,
was
the
one of
answer
riddles that Sorry, I'll have to find another one, but that's fine. Basically,
I think we should get credit for it.
What do I
honestly.
have in my pockets?
That's another one of the riddles he was going
very
to
well, and she waves a hand, and a treasure chest cloms to the ground in front of you, and she says, "Because I have to come up with a new question. A consolation prize."
Oh, thank you. And I
It's a mimic.
No, I trust her. I trust her. I open it.
Let me grab the thing because it's a small word, but it's a word nonetheless.
Can I steep my bow in it?
Blessings of the Sphinx gods.
The Sphinx. Horde.
Yes, and now it gives you a plus 1/2. It's a
Dang it.
very small hoard.
Your bow.
Rounded down.
Your bow is now named the Sphincter.
No.
The Sphinxter. The Sphinctulator.
The Sphinxtulator. As usual when Torrey's gone.
I was just going to say. We
Even
all
when she's here,
revert to
there's always
7th
budgets.
graders.
Okay.
Torrey makes half the budgets
That's
anyway.
true, let's be honest.
I mean, do you want to sit here and count it all out right now?
No,
or-
I can.
okay.
We can do it. Later.
So there's a set of.
You lied. You want to count it.
Roll me a D100 really quick, and make sure you write down the number so I'll remember it later.
63.
63.
Yep.
So there's a bunch of like gold and there's copper, silver, and gold.
Okay.
And then there is one item actually on top, which you can go ahead and roll a D100 for me again.
65. Like the 60s, apparently.
It is a very familiar bag with a face on it.
Oh, a bag of holding?
It is a bag of holding.
Not a bag of devouring.
Is it smiling or
As far as
frowning?
you know, it's a bag of holding.
It is smiling.
Okay.
It depends on which
Yeah, as
way
far as
turn
you
it.
know, it is a bag of holding.
Put your hands out.
Excellent.
The bagman caresses you.
Whoa.
Don't put your pig in the
I
bag.
won't put my pig in the bag. Would anyone mind if I kept it? And she
No problem.
ties it on her belt.
Typically, they're satchels, like they look like satchels, so they can. I suppose they can. But I think that
It's a messenger
image-
bag.
Yeah, it's like a messenger bag. It's a purse. And she says, "Are you ready for the riddles then, or the
believe
first
so.
one?"
Is that the first question?
Yes. Did we answer it correctly?
That's you're not getting away with anything else.
Okay.
Actually, she does look at you, and then a single copper piece drops on your head.
I doubled my income.
You're all being a lot more fun than the last group. I'm very much liking it. Here is the first riddle. I never was, am always, will be. No one ever saw me, nor ever will, and yet I am the confidence of all to live and breathe on this terrestrial ball. What am I?
Can you repeat that?
I will send it in the chat so that you can see without the answer, of course. Please put it in the assets. That seems like an asset thing.
Riddles are assets.
RP chat too would work.
Oh yeah, you know what? We do have an RP chat. Don't worry.
And we'll also post it on screen. Future Cory, remember this.
And we'll cut out some dead
Never
space here.
was, and always to be. No one ever saw me, nor ever will, and yet I am the confidence of all to live and breathe on this ball.
I'm thinking air. I think it's air.
That's what came to my mind too.
I will say that you will have 3 incorrect answers. 3 strikes and you're out as a
Got
word.
it. We
Not
all,
that anybody ever played that game in this particular world.
we're all in agreement.
I played 3 strikes
I'd say
whack-ball.
I think that sounds right.
Okay.
It's an old Tushan thing.
Yeah.
We guess air.
You guess incorrectly. That would be 1 strike.
Could be time as well.
There is a lot of time.
Gravity.
Confidence of all to live and breathe on this terrestrial ball.
But breathe. You don't breathe gravity.
No. Well, it's the confidence.
To not fall off the earth.
Maybe it's
I mean, hashtag
Perhaps-
flat an area.
perhaps it's
There is an
perhaps it's life.
Time.
You cannot see life. It
But
is
I never
always to be.
was. There was life.
No one ever saw me, no one ever will.
I'm almost to read.
Confidence of all to live and breathe.
I mean, you gain confidence the longer you live with time.
But where you never was? What? Where you always am always to be.
The president.
He's not as smart as the other Ezra.
Intelligence is my dump stat.
I mean, the other you did answer these questions rather quickly.
Damn it! I knew it.
Do an history check for your other self.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's a soft spot.
Inferiority complex to old
we're
Ezra.
going to have to report this to the ADA or something. I don't know.
I never was, and
There's
always to
discrimination
be.
against
No
other
one ever
Ezras.
saw me, no one ever will, and yet I am the confidence of all to live and breathe on this terrestrial ball. Life is the only thing
Remember my
besides-
past. What would the past me say about this? Books. Wands. Smelly old people.
Experience, lifetime, all kind of seem similar.
Again, time is a very broad term.
Moment,
Ah,
the present.
the future. That's what it
Future.
is.
Never was, am always to be. It's the
no one
future.
ever saw me, and the confidence of all to live and breathe.
Yes, the future.
The future. I concur.
Is that an answer?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure.
It's acceptable. Technically, it's tomorrow.
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 But the future does incorporate tomorrow, and I suppose I'll be a little nicer.
Judges say yes.
yes. Survey says.
The old Ezra only got that because he knows time out.
I didn't give Ezra these questions. That would be.
As a thank you, here's
I have many riddles.
as a thank you, here's a copper for going easy on this.
Thank you. And she kind of bats it around a little bit.
Here's a ball of yarn.
It's the copper she gave me. So.
She goes, your second riddle, while I think of the third, is pronounced as one letter, but look and you'll see that really I'm written with 3. I'm read from both ends, the same either way.
Aye.
What am I?
Aye. UAE.
You are correct. It is I.
You
Hey!
get it. Your eyes.
I'm kind of sensitive about eyes right now. I'm on like a hot topic.
You say that as you're like,
Right here.
I think
oh, sorry, I'll turn off my
I
fist.
need
Well
some.
done.
I need some.
Shake the light out.
I mean, there's a few like orbs in here. All right, your third riddle. I do not have wings, but I can fly. I do not have eyes, but I will cry. What am I? Cloud.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cloud?
Have you heard that one before?
You know, I just spent 100 years reading a lot of books.
One of the books was
It's possible.
The Sphinx riddles and answers.
Well, it
Q&A.
is the correct answer.
Thank you.
Congratulations. You have solved the riddles, and you may pass freely between this room and the next.
Smarter Ezra.
Thank
Doesn't
you.
get anything on us.
On you guys.
Perhaps,
Everything
perhaps
on
one
me.
day I could come back and spend some time throwing riddles at each other. That'd be fun.
That would be a lot of fun.
He's
It's been a while since I've heard
at
any
shooting
new
bow
ones.
and arrows.
It's not that hard. Anybody can do it.
Hey, you can do magic and arrows. He can only do magic.
We're
If you tried, you could do
We're
arrows
trying
too.
to comfort Ezra. He's got an inferiority complex now.
I can just see him like walking around the room like kicking the
Well, I'm like
dust
trying.
up.
I'll like walk and I try and do magic and nothing comes out.
I mean, you think the word arcane and arcane archer would have some kind of man.
pretty not arcane.
Oh, the misery.
Would you like anything before we go? To keep
I mean-
you company or
Or would you like to pay your respects to the rude people who came through here before?
yeah, join us. Join us.
I'm afraid I'm obligated to stay in this room. Once again, please do not touch the tomb in the next room.
Don't touch the tomb.
Give me a few minutes.
Okay.
And I'm going to take out my rope and I'm going to make a big ball of yarn out of it. Like, because it's a
Okay.
50-foot bundle, so I can make pretty decent size.
Condescending, but
You want to go out?
just a second.
He wants a ball of yarn.
I mean, I saw you bat the coin around. Do you want it?
To think that just because I have cat-like features,
That's fine. It's fine.
No. I suppose. I mean, it would be entertaining when I'm.
And I've got
You
some,
can always use rope.
I have some dried
She takes
fish
it.
rash.
She starts like patting it between her hands, like very, very casually, trying not to show that she's enjoying
I also
it.
leave a half-full cup of water on a dais so that
Since we have some,
the intense look.
we have some travel rations, here's some dried fish.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. You are very generous. I suppose, being so generous, if you would like to experience the other trial, I could provide an additional reward if you succeed.
Absolutely. We like rewards.
what about
How far
I'm gonna
is
turn to you.
Dallin? Where can he really go? It's a pyramid. He has to come
She
back
shrugs
down.
and she says, "I'm just working with you guys. If you want to have another combat and fight some, I'm assuming these." And she points at the statues, and the Sphinx is like, "Yeah, correct."
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Can you tell us anything about the trial?
the other
Are they
Ezra
one at a
do
time? Are
anything
they
with
all at
those?
once?
I don't think
It will
so.
be determined based on your strength.
Oh, let me do it then. My strength's -1.
As a group.
I'm screwed.
But it's not going to be too difficult. You seem a very capable party.
I'm good for it if you are. I mean, we do need to kill Thulian, but
I could use a little more warm up before we got to him.
Okay.
plus you say the extra reward at the
Extra
end
reward.
is it good?
I mean, I'll just I could provide additional rewards in addition to what you already have received from me. Basically similar.
Sounds fun to me.
It would be entertaining
The
for
treasure
me as well.
chest. In this
Oh, right.
empty bag of holding.
Right.
Well,
I like how you pulled the bag of holding out and just like shoved the treasure chest inside
Yeah,
of it.
exactly.
Just basically. You might as well like reach
You
in and
gotta
grab
put
one.
something
and pull,
in there.
just-
well, I am a performer at heart, so this sounds like fun.
It's true. He does do a mean weeping swordsman.
Oh,
We put on a very nice play if you ever want to see it.
if you want to do that instead.
No.
No.
No, let's kill something. That's right.
And she spreads her wings and flaps up onto like this little pedestal and kind of sits down. The ball of yarn clutched tightly.
If she didn't, I was
in
going to
her
throw it.
paws.
It's like stuck in one of her claws.
Yeah, she's definitely like wrapped around it at this point. She might have it stuck in there, but she's not
Her
going
hands
to.
like she's like do that cat thing and she's shaking her paw.
And we're going to go ahead and set up another combat as you guys start preparing,
Sweet.
probably in the just circling up in the center, and these statues just start like cracking and moving a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and reveal the battle map and roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Jazz hands.
Come on, baby.
And you said I would be able to throw down some
Can we get advantage because we were setting up for this?
daggers.
No, you did say you cast Bless on everybody
I did.
again, and then you were able, I will let you set down your daggers as well.
Okay. Now, here's a question. So I know, like, before I've given people daggers that are, like, on their person to be used as a defensive one, so when as they move, they move. If I set one to defend a specific person, would it move with them? Or would they have to be, like, just have it in, like, their belt loop or something?
I think you
be
would
rapid.
have to like give it to them to put in their belt loop. I
Okay.
think is what we decided. For
Okay,
that.
so I will give one to each of you.
Okay.
Not to... What's your face, just because I view her as... She'll be fine.
She doesn't need.
She doesn't need help.
So we just had these like
Yeah, just like a dagger in your belt loop or something. And then they're all defensive daggers.
No, Piggy, stop. It's not a silver coin.
The pig has it in its mouth. It's like,
yes, like a pirate.
Perfect. Okay, let's get some initiatives from Bolt
2.
to Ezra.
14.
14. Seredan.
8.
8. Victor.
24.
20.
Hey, at least one of us did good.
So you guys watch as after the Sphinx settles in, she says, "Begin," and all the statues start cracking, and then the statues fall away, and what's beneath it is these shadowy versions of the statues, and they start like kind of flowing out and everything. So those are the 4 figures you see before you. Can we mark them 1, 2, 3, 4?
Sure.
And then
Are these
is-
like accurate representations? Do one of them have a bow and the other a cat on its
Yeah,
head?
they all have like a bow and the poleaxe on them, and then the one with the cat does have a cat. It's just going to be mechanically part of it.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll just say that for the sake of lore and
It's the Pokemon Master.
It looks like Spawn had a baby with Black Panther.
so Victor.
'Kay.
What would you like to do?
I will... Now, as a question, part of the preparation with the blades, and I gave each of them one as defensive, would I have been able to also use that action outside to use my
Yeah, you can do a
Keyblade?
honed edge.
So I've used my honed edge as well. I will go ahead and I guess I'm just gonna hit the one that's closest. I'll come over and hit, or I'll throw it from where. Hold on. I'm going to use my.
Yeah, sorry. While you were saying that, I think
Yeah.
we will make the cat one look a little different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that one.
I'm
that
going
one
to
is
use.
a different monster type, as it were.
I'm going to use steady aim, which basically, I'm using it as a bonus action to use my movement to give myself advantage.
Okay.
Which means I that's carved. So it's a 6 and a 9. So that'd be 17 to hit.
17 on which one? Sorry,
The kitty one.
that one will hit. Yep.
3. Okay. All right, and I will have. So hit.
And what are you attacking it with?
I'm gonna reroll with. This is with Cinderhearth.
Sort okay.
And so I'm going to reroll using my Piercer Feat, the D4 because I rolled a 1, so this one's a 3. So that's going to be 11 damage for
11
that.
damage. Okay.
Plus my sneak attack, which is another 14, so that is a total of 25 damage.
25 damage. You
Give me
like that
Yeah,
number
that's
tonight.
3, 25.
And that was none of that was fire damage, right?
None of that was fire damage yet, no. Because I believe I used Cinderhearth already today. And it refreshes the bones.
Yeah, it goes right through both the cat in front and the the owner behind, and they like let out this kind of smoky air shriek.
And for the purposes of magical stuff, because they're knife dancer, they are considered magical. So just I don't know.
Alrighty, and then it is number 4's turn.
Okay.
Okay, and he's going to rush forward. He can move 30 feet.
15, 20. Here, 25.
We'll put him there. Yep. And then we'll do. It basically brings its poleaxe down and around, and it is going to make an attack against Seredan and against Victor. We'll start Seredan.
Is the temporary hit point still in effect?
I don't think they go
How
away.
long did those last?
Yeah, I think they're there for. Let me double check, but
Okay. Just making sure.
feeling
before
it's
I-
probably just permanent.
Seredan, that's a 26 to hit.
Sheesh.
That hits.
Okay. So that is going to be.
For me, it says I only lose them if I take off the armor,
Oh,
but
okay.
since that's my part of my fragment.
Yep. We'll just say.
Same thing?
Yep. They will just remain. Cool. Probably for the day. Or until you get hit.
Yeah, until you get it.
12 damage.
I'll reduce that with the blade.
Okay.
Oh.
And because I have honed edge, my bladed defense would be 2d4 reduced damage, right?
Does that remove it?
Yeah, because it adds a damage die. Right. Yeah.
Does that take the blade away, or is it
4, yeah.
stay?
It'll come back to me. 4 and 2, so that's 6 damage reduced.
So it's only 6 damage.
Yep. Only 6 damage.
Just clean, kind of.
Temporary hit points.
Nice.
And then you don't have any fire resistance, right?
I do not.
Okay. Yeah, because the blade does come through and it has like a little
Okay.
fiery streak.
Concentration check passed.
Okay. And then the attack on Victor is a 13 to hit.
Hits. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
It's like, what?
Alright, yep. So that one just kind of sweeps through. Seredan, you take a little bit of damage, but the dagger comes up and deflects a good portion of that before snapping back to Victor.
Okay.
And then it is Dratia, and she is going to move around Seredan to the creature. And she makes 3 attacks because she is in melee range. She just starts spinning her blade around. Miss, miss, and hit. Okay, so she hits with 1.
It's just was like getting out.
That's on. Okay. Yeah, so she just kind of whirls through. You can see that they are like smoky a little bit, and coal kind of has this cold edge to it that doesn't seem to be affecting this as much as she was expecting. And then it is the number 3. Sorry, number 3. And that one is going to reach a hand out and point it directly at Victor, because Victor attacked them. And now I need to pull up his weapon. Sorry, this combat was not as prepared as I thought it would be.
Hey, okay.
Oh, she's going to move up to Victor, sorry.
Which one?
Then,
Number 3?
yep, number 3.
You want to do sideways, or do you want like the cat to be?
We'll say the cat.
Okay.
Move up to the cat. And then the cat swipes.
It's going to give you a kiss.
And you give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
With its
Okay.
sandpaper.
I'm not very wise. That's a natural 1.
Oh, no.
Okay, so you are
Hold
now
on, I roll my
cursed.
bless. 5.
So you're cursed.
Uh-oh.
Dang it.
Again, you just
Again.
got rid of one.
Say,
Plus 4. Plus 4, so it's a 9.
It's a respectable 9.
That's 4 9.
so your dexterity saving throws are going to be made at disadvantage. Sorry, saving throws, yeah, and ability checks. You have disadvantage. The target has disadvantage on attack rolls against you. Okay, so you have disadvantage attacking it. And then on your turn, you'll have to make a wisdom saving throw. And then, yeah. Anyway,
See if I can remove
Yep.
the curse. Got it.
and that one is now concentrating, and that is what she's going to do. Her turn, and then it is Ezra's.
Okay, I'm going to shoot the cat guy.
Which one?
Number 3?
Because you are right next to number 4, technically.
Yeah, I'll shoot towards
You're
3.
adjacent.
Oh, okay. So let me move a space. Yeah, let me move a space.
Okay.
I'll
I
take
think
it.
they get an opportunity attack
Yeah,
unless they
I
have
got a
reach with
dagger.
those pole axes.
And you also have me right next to you. You're within
Nope, they
5
have
feet
reach
of me.
with pole axes, so
Okay.
no opportunity attack.
Perfect.
Reach weapons!
That's gonna be 25 to hit.
25 will hit. I'm not exactly
Four.
sure if that's how it works, but
26 damage.
I think they have to leave.
26.
Threat range.
So 26 against number 3?
Yep.
Okay. You're no longer cursed, Victor, because Ezra's first arrow slices through and just dissipates this one.
Oh, thank you,
nice.
Ezra.
And then I'll turn to number 4.
26
And
damage.
shoot number 4.
Other Ezra definitely could not have done that.
That's gonna be math 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Okay. And that's gonna be 25 damage.
Alrighty.
That's the number tonight. I'm
That
telling
is-
you.
that
That's
is the
six.
number.
That's the number.
That's 6
Is that one still
times.
good?
That one is still good. Yeah, that one is still up.
25 damage.
Okay, and then it is 2. Number 2 is going
That is in the
to
25th episode.
Does number 2 work for you?
just going to stay
This is the
right there
35th
and make 2 bow attacks against Ezra.
Oh no.
The first of which is an 18,
This one
Miss.
It's Archer with a 40.
and the second of which is
Arrow
also an
shaft.
18. So you take a shot at the left, a shot at the right, and then you hear a double twang, and you jump up and they stab into the ground, and you just kind of land on them.
You take a step back, it fires at you, and you grab its arrow out of the air.
You're not a monk.
You're not a
I'm not
monk.
that cool.
Redirect.
Yet.
There we go.
All right.
And then it
now
is
when I'm
Seredan's
multiclassing.
turn.
Okay. So I will take some attacks at number 4 here.
Okay.
First, ooh, that's not good. That's a 16.
16 will miss.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna add my. Can I add my epic die?
Sure.
So that's now a
21.
21.
That'll hit.
Alright. 4. 19 damage.
19 damage. Yeah, that's enough to take it out.
Okay.
Nice.
And then she's gonna turn and run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right up to number 2
Perfect.
with her bow. Say, stop shooting at new Ezra!
Newsra.
That's a.
I'll call him OG.
Oh my gosh.
OGE.
Hold on.
That was the other Ezra.
16 to hit.
16 will miss.
Okay. Second attack. Oh,
Or butt action.
yeah, that's what I meant. Third. That's a 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
And that is for
Come on, butter touch.
10 damage.
10 damage. And a little bit of that was fire, right?
One of it was fire.
Was fire. Okay. Just like with the cold, the fire seems to be
Reduced.
reduced.
Okay.
Not as much in this case because it's all rounded up still, I believe.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then number 1 is going to finally go and move 30 feet to. Can I get to Ezra?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yes.
And here comes the double scythe or double pole axe attack.
I got you, buddy.
Sorry, I can dodge.
The first one is a 21.
And it's.
Okay.
Reduce the damage.
Oh yeah.
Does it go to half? Or is it just by your
By
dice?
the
By the
roll.
dice. So that's 4 total reduced damage.
Okay, so
Blackthorn, return.
15 minus 4, 11 damage.
Okay.
With a little bit of that being fire. And then the second attack is only a 14 to hit.
Miss.
Okay. Yep, so the first one slices into you, and the second one you're able to kind of duck underneath. Hi, Bolt.
My turn finally.
Your turn.
Yay!
I'm going to go ahead and just shuffle around Ezra here. And let's do two regular attacks. First one is 28.
28 will hit.
And that's 10 damage.
10 damage, okay.
Second attack is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will hit.
For 15 damage.
15 damage.
And that is magical strikes. Just
Hey, perfect. Yeah, I figured that everybody has magical strikes at this point, so because I don't think. Yeah,
my
since
fists are magic.
Eve got her new weapon. Okay, and then top of the round, Victor.
Okay. I will turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit closer. I'll throw a dagger at him. I will use Shadow Song.
Okay. You want to mark your other dagger that was basically in the alcove as well.
Shadow Man.
The other one's yeah. Okay. Right actions. Come on. There we go. So that is with Shadow Song. It's a +8, so that's gonna be 17 to hit.
17 will miss.
You do well. You did you
Oh,
add
and
your
the bless.
bless?
I did not add bless. You're right. So that would be 20.
20 will hit.
30, 20. Okay. So we'll just roll this. So that's 1 piercing. I'm gonna use my piercer feat to reroll that one. So that's a 3, 4, 7. Because these are empowered. +7, 14 damage. And he's within range. That's hitting number
Yes.
1.
Good sneak.
So 46 on the sneak damage.
Okay.
Ooh, those were some bad rolls. Well, you rolled d10s.
Why is it rolling d10?
No.
No, it's d6 down here.
Oh,
It's
that's
just
a
up to
6.
So, okay, so that's an additional 10 piercing damage.
So 24.
24. Dang it.
Almost
So close
Down
to
a
the golden number.
Hold on. I'm adding a damage dice. No, it wasn't meant to be. It was 5 additional.
5, so 29 total.
Yeah, how terrible to add
Yes, I do
5
more.
extra damage. Yeah, that one is looking very dispersed at this point, but it is still around. Anything else you'd like to do?
Bonus actions.
It's got a fist-shaped hole here, one here, a dagger, not the blade, like flat through it.
Right.
You could technically pull that dagger that you just threw out back with a bonus
Yeah,
action.
I'll use that. I'll
Okay.
just pull it back with the bonus action. He needs to make a dex save. It's 13. Is the save? Or take an additional 4 damage. Oh, that's just. No, I already attacked with it, so it loses that ability. So it's just 4 plus. And there's no,
It does not make it save. So what was the total damage?
So that's 4 plus my wisdom modifier. So if it's 7. 7 damage.
Okay, so your dagger goes through it, kind of like disperses the thing, rears back to strike a bolt, and then it just disperses completely as it comes back.
This is much easier when you can actually see them.
But a lot more horrifying.
This is kind of scary. We've been doing this the whole time.
Yes.
We fought even
I
scarier
would think
things
this.
than this.
Well, you can.
I could sense them,
Yes.
but I could not see them.
Dratia is going to go next. She's going to move 30 feet.
I'll draw you a picture later
sorry,
of the
40 feet.
aberrant mind render. You won't like it.
It's kind of looks like a
squishy.
butt.
20, 25, 30.
Okay, she can make her 3 attacks. And she kind of like you're sitting there whirling your blade around, and she just comes right in and just like picks up the same like movements and everything.
Nice.
So you're working in tandem now.
You're that one
Such
part of
an
episode
anime
3
moment.
when Obi-Wan and Anakin are doing the same moves and then they just stop and then they go.
So only one of them hits again, though, unfortunately. She is.
And all the attacks are disadvantage.
Uh, 14. Alrighty. And then Ezra.
Okay, I will shoot him. So only big enough for one archer. 27.
27 will hit.
Okay. That's gonna be 25 damage.
25 damage. You're just not
Magic
even rolling anymore.
I'm just saying 25 every
Okay.
time.
Perfect.
It's still up.
Okay, shoot him again. 17.
17 is not enough.
Okay.
You added bless.
You know, I'll use one of my luck points. I haven't used those in forever.
Yeah. You have those.
I do. Just don't like to use them that much. Okay. Oops. So that will be 20. 1 to hit.
21 will hit.
For 26 damage.
That's enough to take it out.
Nice.
Okay. Yep, so the last one kind of disperses and falls. You see the statue, the rubble of statues reforms back into them, and you hear two paws clapping together loudly. It appears that the Sphinx has gotten the
yarn.
The yarn.
Out of it, yeah.
And she goes, "That was very entertaining. Thank you. It's been a while since I've seen a good match." And she drops down and says, "As promised," and she waves her hand, and another larger treasure chest falls in front. So we will go ahead and...
Is it the Zelda sound?
But there is a lot more to explore here. Do you guys want to examine the chest now, or are you going to move on? Because you could just like take the contents and put them into your bag for the time being.
Chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can always look at it later.
Yeah.
We can always use
Will
it.
it, will it
we can always
fit in
wait.
my bag of
First,
holding?
first, make sure there's no extra dimensional items in there before you put it in the bag.
True.
Another bag of holding.
Yeah, so you should probably open up and look at least at the items.
Good point.
Stick it in.
It's
It's like, he's like, finally, all that money you had is now gone.
Except for that's in the piggy in the alternate dimension. I just imagine they're all in there, like floating around, like.
Just like,
Just like bumping into each other and bouncing off.
Yep.
All right, somebody roll me a D100.
You did all the killing, man.
Yeah,
you
go
roll
ahead,
that
Bill.
D100.
64.
60. Roll a lot of 60s.
Surprised it wasn't 25.
It's gonna be another bag of holding.
Is that what you rolled last
First
time?
one is 64.
63
There is
was last
one
rolled
one.
item
63 and
inside of it.
65.
Roll me another D100 for that.
Oh, another
Yeah, you're 63.
100. Okay. 48.
It is not another bag of holding.
Right.
It appears to be a potion.
Some sort of potion.
So there's copper, silver, gold as well.
Copper, silver, gold in that as well, and then a potion on top.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just
What was my first roll again?
stick it in the bag of
64?
holding.
Yeah.
64 money. 48
And then-
items.
Yep.
Okay.
So you guys are able to pass into the next room
Okay.
at your leisure.
Yes. It was nice to meet you, Miss Sphinx.
Nice to meet you as well. Good luck with your adventure, and give him a good thrashing for me as well.
We hope to.
I will tell him how rude he was to you.
Thank you.
Every time I punch him.
If anyone happens to make it out this way, you just take care of it for us.
I can't really act on them, unfortunately. They did answer the riddles correctly.
All right.
What if I told you they cheated on the test in 3rd grade?
Do you know that for certain?
Well, I know what old Ezra
Honorably,
did,
no.
and he never cheated. He was really smart. So,
You have great qualities as well.
am I compliment fishing now?
Okay. All right. On to the next room.
Yeah.
Okay. So this will be the last room that we do tonight because it is getting a little late. The room that you find yourselves in is rather small, probably about 20 feet wide. Along kind of either side of the walls are looms with golden threads in them. And sitting in the center, kind of raised up, is a glass sarcophagus.
Don't
and
touch the tomb.
inside is, it looks like almost like a statue of a woman. She is made of glass that appears to be kind of like blue opaque with sort of like small little flecks of light inside of it, almost as if you were staring at the stars inside of a glass.
Beautiful.
And she's just laying there in kind of the standard arms crossed repose.
Is this one of the things I recognize from that you sent me some of that information that I remember about?
You have a good like idea that this is one of the, or this is the Morai that was entombed here.
Not a knock soul in a moment.
This is one of the Morai that I read about this vault.
What do they do?
In your 100 years.
Yes,
Are they
it
protectors
was
or
a
rulers? Or?
it was a legend, and I found a book by a sorceress named Tenevilnar. I think that's how you say that.
I think so.
Tenevilnar, and an explorer, and they were trying to find. They ended up finding this vault. the book wasn't totally complete, but it did talk about a little bit about Morai. Once there were 3 Morai. According to legend, either some petty god or evil villain of immense power, jealous or afraid of their power to see the outcome of all things, began to hunt the 3 sisters throughout the world. He burned one to death and tossed her ashes into the ocean, creating the reflections we see in the water. He tore another one in 100 pieces and tossed her into the sky, forming the constellations. The final one, seeing her death looming, created this vault and protect her to guard her against his schemes until his fate could come due. But when he finally fell to a band of heroes, she found herself too weak to move from the ball instead. Without a family to call hers any longer, she sealed herself away to watch the world pass by from her tomb. With any luck, it says this is the writing. With any luck, I'll find more remains inside. Just need to pay the price. So I'm assuming that's where she didn't get past the door, or
Lady Crestor's mom.
So this Morai is
Crestor.
a creature kind of made of looks like glass with like flecks of stuff in it. Yep. And the Sphinx did say not to disturb this. So
Right.
Can I inspect the looms to see if there's anything significant about them?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
I'm going to be super gentle, not try to move them or touch them. Just look around and.
Are there any golden scissors?
Not in this room.
It's my turn with the eye.
Careful with the threads. Those are the threads of fate.
Only a 4.
What you can see on the loams, there are names written on them, and the names are mostly ones that you don't recognize. There are 5 of them that are the Wayward Watch, though.
Oh. Now, when you say names on the looms, where?
Like
are
in the
they?
tapestry part, or
Not
on
in the
loom
tapestry,
itself?
just like on the front of the loom.
Do they have any
itself.
subcaptions?
Yep, so there is one that says Eve.
Taviern?
There's one that says Ezra. There's one that says Seredan.
And there's one for each of us?
Yep.
What's Ezra's thread doing? Is it doing this weird
Double.
There is a little weird double helix, almost like there's a silver and a golden thread in there.
Which one are you, the silver one?
Your fates are entwined.
Can I grab a thread and go?
Yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
you die instantly.
Preston,
Ezra becomes the prime.
can you do something for me?
Absolutely.
Sorry.
In fact, we're gonna go ahead and say that this happens for everybody because somebody did touch.
Oh shoot! Sorry guys. I can't keep my fingers off of everything.
First the Behir, now this.
I'm so curious.
Stop touching things! Easy.
All science.
Admittedly, I would have done the same thing.
I mean, what fun is a dungeon if you don't almost die?
Just don't pick up a duck in a dungeon. Everybody knows.
Leave the goose alone, though.
Would you split that into 4 pieces for me?
Uh-oh.
Am I making one of those paper things?
Whoever draws the shorter paper dies.
We are all going to do something fun. And we'll have somebody do this for Eve as well.
It's an art project.
So everybody needs a pencil.
We've yet to determine if it'll be fun.
it's probably
Fun for Cory.
Fun for me.
Fun for those who survive.
And what you are going to do is you are going to write down your prediction for how the player on your left is going to die and at what level. And then you are not going to tell anybody.
You said
And
fun.
you will keep
this
these.
is not fun.
You will keep these
player
secret.
to your left.
So it will be left,
Clarification,
left.
because I've got 2 Ezras. Which Ezra?
This Ezra.
This Ezra. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Just asking. Legends never die, so.
it's true.
So how?
Yep.
And at what
At
level?
what level? Yep.
Trick question.
Oh no,
We're all already dead.
my brain is pretty dark about death, so I'm real sorry, Bolt.
Am I writing this in character? Or is this just Colby?
This is just Colby.
Oh. Well, too late.
I mean, you can write in character.
It's in character.
I'm handing this back to you. You need to do something else.
Damn it.
Because it's at level 7 by disintegration.
I don't know if he would take it or not.
I understand what you attempted, sir, and I appreciate it. You can have an epic die that will carry over into next episode.
Yes.
Okay, so the next time that a character, one of you guys, dies, we will reveal if your destiny was correct or not. And certain things happen based on if it was. So congratulations on that. And from there, the next set of doors are open. There's nothing to worry about, so you guys can head on through.
I want to touch the sarcophagus.
I'll pay reverence to her
let's,
before we leave.
Okay.
Let's not.
What if she's petrified and we could unpetrify her?
Then fate gets even weirder.
I might have a spell
So,
that could help.
how did that translate to what we did? Did we all see a quick vision of...
It wasn't a quick vision, it was more just you were plucking Ezra plucked the threads of fate, and who knows what that has in the future. So there's no effect as far as that goes. Okay. You guys just hear kind of the soft twang.
And sometime in our future, we have really bad deja vu where, like, I knew this was
But I will say that silver thread does come loose and kind of fall down into your hand, so you can take that if you would like.
Well, old Ezra. No, I don't know. Put it in my pocket. Try to fit
You can braid it into your hair.
Just put it in my pocket.
Make a bracelet.
Yeah. Let's do something later. Oh, I'll make arrow
Macrame.
fletching out of it.
Yeah.
Kill him with it. No, don't kill him. He's
Eat it.
you. He's my friend.
Just wrap the arrow with.
He's me. So weird.
Hey, so was there anything else you wanted to do in this room?
Yes, but I don't think I will.
Is there any inscriptions on the sarcophagus or just okay?
No, just a.
All right. Well, we have the Sphinx trust. We shouldn't betray.
Yeah.
If I have any spell slots left, I'm coming back and casting Lesser Restoration to see if I can remove petrification.
It doesn't look like it's a statue in that way.
Okay.
It does look it doesn't look like she was frozen in petrification. It looks like this is
White.
probably what she looks like. It's based on what Bolt has described as well.
All right. We did give our word.
She'll wake up. She's actually a cyclops.
And that Sphinx was really pretty.
And pretty adamant about us not touching it, so
And I like cats.
I think we should move on.
All right, let's go. Before I change my mind.
So you guys will head into the next room, which we will get to next time. Thank you all for joining us tonight. We hope you had a wonderful time, and we'll see you again soon. Join the Discord. We have a lot of fun discussions on there about the episodes. There's a lot of cool little stories that you can check out that I write based on things that happen.
There's a picture of a gummy bear inside of another gummy bear.
And Ezra.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
make
we
sure to
got
go to the
hats.
merch. Yeah.
We got hoodies and t-shirts and stickers and cups and not underwear.
And if you want to catch us on podcasts, we're all on the major podcast players.
Indeed. And we'll see what fate has in store for our heroes next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
See you guys.